All right, so yeah, let's just apologize before the theme song. If the audio sounds bad, I got rid of my recording software. I didn't feel like paying Adobe $65 a month for Premiere, but I will when we come back officially post surgery, post the invasion of my spine by 2 men, 3 men. Ooh.
And a lady.
There could be a lady in there. I don't know.
Or a trans lady.
But
I want to save your back, Steve Phoenix West.
We've been off since our last show was July 5th. It's November 15th today. How was that? Just over 3 months? 4 months. 4 months, 10 days.
Yeah.
So we watched a lot in the interim. Let's discuss.
Well, kind of. You probably watched.
Didn't mean to cut you off. I'm Phoenix West.
Dick.
Hi, Dick. This is episode, what is this, 167. It's been a while. Our last one was Hell or High Water and Stretch versus Mars Attacks. I forgot.
Yes, it's been a while.
Since we last parted.
Trying to get this back out of my wires here.
You're shaking it loose.
Yeah,
Stretch them out. Stretch out your wire hammies.
It's been a while, so it's all messed up. It sounds like I'm in a waterfall.
You're getting old audio from podcasts past.
Yeah, probably.
Just little ghosts, little ghosts in the machine.
Adam,
speak to me, Adam.
Is that you?
On the other side.
Call. You told me not to call you anymore. That one Twilight Zone episode.
Oh yeah, the grandma.
Yeah, you told me not to talk to you. No, please don't leave me.
Go drown yourself in the pond.
You dirty old bitch.
I like how they turned that episode around and you still feel bad for the grandma, even though she tried to kill the boy. You told me not to call you. Fuck you. You killed my child. Almost killed my kid. Even though my kid was Bill Mooney.
This is true.
So, Dick, I didn't mean to cut you off. I didn't realize you were speaking until I already clicked the button. Are you saying I probably watched more than you?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, I got quite a list, especially October. Holy shit. I went on a horror movie binge.
Oh, yeah, I probably saw some of them, but I didn't see them all.
Yeah, it was a little extreme.
I'm still getting sucked into the black holes of YouTube watching Vegas Matt blow $30,000 on a slot machine.
That same guy?
Yeah, I'm still watching him. He's great.
I don't know how you do that.
That's fun. They'll blow $30,000 and they'll win $100,000 occasionally.
This is our 2024 summer movie catch-up background.
Oh, look at that.
And we have one for part 2 as well, because we'll probably talk a while.
Oh, yeah. So begin the tale of tales with your list. I'd say just name off 5 movies, because I don't have that many to go through.
I mean, if you don't have that many, let's just do your list real quick.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll go through mine, because my list is, quite...
Because some of the movies that you saw, I saw as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like I always chime in, like, this is what I'm watching, just to make fun of it.
Yeah. Well, so, I would say July 6th probably began the hiatus watch. And the movie that I watched on Amazon for the first time ever, which is odd because I've seen pieces of it, but I never watched the whole thing all the way through. The 1987 Young Guns with Emilio Estevez.
See, that is on my list to do an episode with. Young Guns 1 2 for Halloween is Dead.
Okay, yeah, so we can put that aside.
Yeah, because I need to rewatch them. I haven't seen them. I watched them a bunch as a kid, but I wanted to do it because I haven't seen them in so long.
Well, I want to see Young Guns 2 still, so I can have both those movies under my belt, because I've never seen either of them.
Oh, really?
I never saw them. Never saw them growing up. I don't know why. It was nothing that I never got around to watching those movies.
Young Guns 2 is the one that sticks in my mind more because it has the stupidest framing device that you're going to love.
Yeah, I read a little bit about it, yeah, and they're the most historically inaccurate movies ever made.
No, it's you don't need history with that sort of thing.
No.
They're schlocky. It's kind of like looking at the City Slickers franchise for historical accuracy. You know,
A little bit, yeah. Curly's Gold was very important to Billy Crystal's career.
One of the first movies I can think of that seriously tried to do the I'm the dead guy's twin.
Yes.
City Slickers 2, The Legend of Curly's Gold. See,
that's when you know.
In the early 90s. Which one before that?
You have a hack movie when the premise is the brother is a twin. We get the same actor.
Yeah, I mean, there's other movies that have done it, but that's the first one I can think of that did it, at least in my lifetime.
Yeah, it's not a joke.
It was a joke.
I guess.
In the City Slickers too, because he's like, remember the Billy Crystal's face? Yeah, I mean, it's a soap opera cliche, and then became a comedic cliche. I'm trying to think of one of the more famous ones recently that did that.
Well, that show that you liked that killed off that guy and his brother came into the show.
That was it. Thank you.
There you go.
I knew it was something.
That show that you loved.
No, I didn't love it.
That's right.
The fucking show sucks.
That's it.
I thought it'd be good jerk off material because it had Ryan Phillippe, and then dies episode 1, and then the main bad guy is John Carroll Lynch, and then he dies, and then his twin brother, his name's like Wolf, shows up, him and his psychopath wife, and it's just the stupidest fucking thing. That show was awful.
Is it still on the air?
Oh, I don't think so. I think it's done.
Oh, okay.
Reba McEntire shows up in season 3, and all they do is wander around the woods in like in a mountain hiking place, and it's so boring.
I saw Reba has a new show coming out this fall.
Happy Place or something.
She inherits a restaurant with her Asian sister she didn't know she had. Quirky, crazy comedy coming this fall.
I will say this, for stupid comedy, the show Reba that she did, it was watchable. My mom would watch it, and I'd be like, oh, yeah. I mean, it's stupid. It's a stupid sitcom. But I was actually like, every once in a while I'd laugh. Even though it's Reba McEntire's, everything about it, sounds like I would hate it.
Everything about her is pure sex.
Yeah.
The hottest
it's bargain basement Dolly Parton. Come on.
She's the hottest since Dolly and the fucking sexiest since Divine.
No, Divine.
Divine. Oops.
Okay. Everything's filth.
Okay, so after Young Guns, it was July still. Long Legs. Do we want to have a show about Long Legs, though? Dedicated strictly to that?
Yeah, we're going to come back and we're going to do Long Legs. I finally bought the Blu-ray.
Yeah, I need to buy it. I love it. Ooh. I do love it. I actually...
No digital copy. Who does that nowadays? First thing I did was look. I'm like, oh, there isn't one. What the fuck?
That Oz Perkins, he's a traditionalist.
We will discuss Long Legs, not to shut down on your second thing out of 2 for 2, but we will have obviously we're going to do a Nick Cage cast, so we'll probably do.
Yeah, I figured that would be the case. And then Axel F.
I want to rewatch it. Axel F. See, that was supposed to be a Hollywood is Dead. I don't know if it's still going to be, but
I don't want to be. I saw it once. I never want to watch it again.
Yeah, we'll swap it out. I'll just tell me about Axel F. How was it?
It was whatever. Eddie Murphy was fine in it, and I'm sad to say though that Taggart, good thing he made that movie while he did because he died.
Did he?
3 months later, he's dead. John Amos, I think Atmos or whatever his name is. John Amos.
John Amos died.
No, but this is John Atos. What's his name?
I feel like we did this last time.
Yeah, Taggart is dead. Now he's officially dead. And he just came out. Luckily, he looked old though. He looked really old in this movie.
John Ashton,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, he died September 26th while we were in both.
Yeah, it was. He looked pretty rough in that movie. Rest in power.
Yeah. No, he's one of the better parts of the original movie.
Yeah, I always liked him. I like him as a character actor. He was great in a bunch of movies, Midnight Run, and he's in a lot of stuff. He's always good. He's a good actor.
Wonderful. Yeah, I didn't realize he died.
Yeah, he's dead.
And it's weird because didn't John Amos die at the same time?
Yeah, he died in August, and I think they released it later. That was a late announcement on his death because I don't think anybody cared.
Wow, yeah.
That's how sad it is.
R.I.P. Taggart.
Yeah,
That's the guy we both grew up with.
Yeah, it's starting to happen. It's what
it's been insane lately. Our break, it was just death after death after death, and it's gonna happen more and more because more and more people are famous, and it's they're getting that age from our childhood that they're, if they were 40 when we were kids, they're gonna be 70 now or 80 now.
I just wish Billy Crystal would hurry up.
I feel like Billy Crystal's completely irrelevant.
That's what I mean. Just hurry up and die so we can move on.
Yeah.
No one's talking about Forget Paris.
How was? I forgot.
I forgot.
How was Joseph Gordon-Levitt in Axel F?
It was fine.
Yeah.
Nothing about that movie is memorable or like, oh my God, this is amazing. There's like a couple of funny bits. Kevin Bacon's the bad guy. It's basically his daughter.
In the trailer.
Yeah, the daughter's in it. Like he has a daughter, and it's just like, whatever.
What's her name?
I can't remember.
Exactly.
I saw it once. That was enough.
I don't think it's Traffic Cop. Is it Jane Saunders?
Yes.
Taylor Page.
Right. Whatever.
How's Judge Reinhold? How's he looking?
He's the catalyst of the film. He's basically the third act because he gets kidnapped and he's missing throughout the whole movie. He's the reason why Eddie Murphy comes to Beverly Hills because he's missing. He went undercover and he was trying to bust that drug operation by Kevin Bacon. They capture him, but that's the thing: suspension of disbelief. They have him in a warehouse for like 5 days straight as Axel Foley's looking for him in LA. And they don't just kill him outright. They kept him alive for like 5 days.
He's a main character.
Yeah, he's in the movie for about 15 minutes.
Judge Reinhold's one of those guys where I love him, but it's like it's fucking Judge Reinhold. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he made Zandelay, one of my least favorite movies of all time.
Yes,
that's his fault.
There's a darkness in him, and it's called Zandelay.
Yeah, it's disturbing. Look, he didn't direct. He produced it. Yeah, Zandelay. Oh God, it's just awful. Look at this fucking thing and his creepy ass mustache. This whole movie.
Ooh.
Ugh. My least favorite Nick Cage movie of all time.
That's saying something.
Yeah. It's
because he's done a lot of shit.
Cage is good. It's not Cage's fault. It's Judge Reinhold.
Right.
No, it's good. No, yeah, I didn't. John Ashton died. I didn't hear that. Paul Reiser's still kicking it.
Still kicking. Oh, speaking of Paul Reiser, I was in the comic book store the other day. He wrote a What If Aliens comic book about what if his character survived Aliens the movie.
Interesting.
Yeah. I almost bought it, but I was like, I don't want this. I'm not going to read this.
I think the flannel industry would have done worse.
Oh, his flannel and his vest is all over that cover.
Yeah, the flannel and vest are good. I think that helped like cinch it up because that's why they sold so much flannel in the 90s.
Well, it's funny.
We're gonna have to do our flannel.
Kurt Cobain was a big fan of the Pixies and Paul Reiser's choice of attire.
By his character of asshole corporate guy.
Oh, I love that guy. He's great. I fucking love that character.
Was it ironic that he dressed like that, or is he trying to take the flannel back?
Maybe. I don't know. He's the man who sold the world. That's David Bowie.
Yeah. I like it because when he sings that, he goes, "This is David Bowie."
This is David Bowie. You didn't know that, did you?
Yeah, Axel F. What would you give it out of 10? I guess we'll do that.
6.
It's got 6.5.
Yeah,
I can already tell I'm going to watch it and give it a 6. I can already tell.
Yeah, I mean, it was just average, generic action movie. And I mean, Eddie Murphy was fun. It's just the story that everything was telegrammed before, and it's
Yeah.
just basic. You know,
It's one of those movies that you can watch the trailer and get the movie. You just get the whole thing.
that's all you need to do is watch the trailer, and you're fine.
Yeah, and I kinda,
Do.
well, one of the trailers
Movie.
is super long that we watched. I remember
Yeah.
the last time we recorded and we watched it. I'm like, I got the whole fucking movie now. Like everything.
Yeah.
I could tell Kevin Bacon's the bad guy just watching this thing.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I don't need to see it. So to circle back to Joseph Gordon-Levitt and on that, was he just another cop?
Yeah.
He was like,
He was the former boyfriend, magically, of Eddie Murphy's daughter.
Jane Saunders.
Yeah, and he used to be a helicopter pilot, and he became, which is actually, there's a funny part in the movie where they go to the roof because Eddie Murphy reads him because he's a detective, and on his desk is a picture of him in a helicopter gear. Yeah. So Eddie Murphy sees that and says, "You used to be a pilot." Whoa! So he says that, and then that comes in later in the movie where he goes, they're being chased in the hospital. I think it's the hospital or the police department. It's the police department. And he goes up to the roof and he goes, "Get in the helicopter." He goes, "What?" He says, "Get in the helicopter. You want to fly?" I said, "No, my license was revoked because I panicked. I can't, if I don't want to fly, I can't do it anymore. I have PTSD." And he goes, "What?" And then that's the whole funny bit. And he can barely fly the helicopter. So it's like, it's in the street, it's fun. It's a good setup and payoff. So I got to give him that.
And then he drives a car into it, right? Just like John McClane, because it's a fourth one.
Yes.
So
No,
yeah.
I don't remember if that happens. I don't think that happens.
So two things stick out from this. A, I wonder if in the interim between when they first released the movie, 87, to now, or 84, whatever the first one was, to now, the Lions were horrible. So I'm wondering if this lifts the curse because now they're in first place.
Maybe.
And then B, Joseph Gordon-Levitt looks like he's working at the San Francisco Chronicle solving the
Zodiac killer.
case.
Yeah. He really does, yeah.
I didn't realize. I forgot this is what he looked like.
Jesus
I
Christ.
watched the trailer.
What, you're doing that thing that we said don't do, starts with an L? Looming? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. He reminds me so much of DJ.
Vallejo. I cover crime in Vallejo.
All right. So what else did you watch?
Then I was really in a bad way. I watched American Werewolf in Paris.
Oh
Which I had never seen before. So I was like, you know what? I gotta finally fucking watch this movie. It's not awful. I was kind of surprised. It's not terrible. There's some parts that are kind of funny. Like you have the girl from Modern Family. That's one of her first movies, and she's actually really funny.
Julie Bowen.
Yeah, and she plays that character that gets murdered, so that ghost is following him around. And I mean, it wasn't like good, but I can understand. It does have a following now. I guess 30 years later or 20 years later, people seem to like it more than when it first came out. And I can understand that. But yeah, as a whole, the movie's not very good.
I mean, it's 30. Yeah, it's 27 years.
Yeah, and shit, the CGI is so bad.
It's
one of the worst CGI ever in this movie. It was really bad.
There's a scene early on when he first meets the werewolves in the underground club, right?
Yeah.
This is how many times I've seen it. Because I you know how much I love the original. So I've seen this one a bunch. Just because I like, fuck it, let's keep it going. And I've seen this one a bunch, and nothing sticks to memory. Like I remember where the scenes take place. I remember the bed scene where he's fucking her. And other than that, it's just kind of a haze. And I've seen this movie like 10 times.
It doesn't follow its own rules, but whatever. I mean, it kind of falls apart at the end of the third act. But overall, I mean, it wasn't, like I said, it was better than I thought it was going to be. So there's that. Because I was expecting this movie to be fucking trash, and it was actually, okay, it was enjoyable. There's some entertainment parts.
I give it a 5.
Yeah, I would say 5, 6 is
and apparently, so does the world, because it has a 5.1.
Well, the world agrees with us all.
Yeah, it's not it's a bad movie, but it's a fun bad movie.
Yes.
Similar to how I viewed one other movie on our list that you did not.
Oh,
we'll get to that later.
Okay.
So what's your? Oh, so No, never mind. You already gave your rating. Never mind. Sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
And then that was the weekend of 2 weeks later. I think I went and saw Deadpool Wolverine.
Oh yeah, do I really need to pull that up? I have also seen this now, so we can discuss.
Yeah,
I gave it an 8. It has a 7.7.
Yeah, I would say that's about right.
I'll say this: I watched it, and I didn't laugh one time. But I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked the story. I liked what they're going for. I liked the cameos they brought in. Because my problem and the reason I didn't want to watch it because I knew the formula, and it's just like I don't want to sit through that again. Like here's a pop culture reference. Here's a funny character that it's a celebrity, and it's becoming like Sharknado movies where it's just that's that person. There's Carrot Top. He's getting eaten by a shark. He's gone. It's like, or those, scary movie type movies where it's just
right. But did you watch it in the theater? Or you watched it at home?
I watched it at home
On Disney Plus.
Sure.
Or whatever. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Disney Plus. So I'll just say I watched it on Disney Plus.
I paid for it. I went and saw it in the theater. I think that the theater experience would have been better for you because then you have the audience participation because the audience goes kind of into it. So when they got all excited, it was kind of fun to have that, shared communal experience.
Well, I saw the first Deadpool in the theater, and I had the exact same experience with this one, where I'm like,
Well, I was saying the energy of the crowd because I don't know if Deadpool 1 really isn't really as funny as this one. I think this one's more absurdist as opposed to Deadpool 1. Deadpool 1 is an actual kind of movie. This isn't. This is just more or less a fan fiction fest.
Yeah, I love Deadpool 2, and I like it because it has an actual heart until it completely abandons it. The Josh Brolin stuff I actually love.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I actually cared about him and like wanted, and then they're just like, time to here, take it, and it's like I don't care now. Like, kind of right at the end. And I don't know. I love the opening scene of Deadpool and Wolverine, where he's throwing around his bone.
Right. Yeah, that was funny. I thought that was funny.
There's a lot of good stuff in it. I like the setting. I like that they actually set it in a familiar location. If you watch Loki,
right?
So we've been there a bunch. This place, I forget what it's called. Limbo, right? It's just called Limbo.
Something like that. Yeah, Limbo.
I don't like that, and I like that it's Charles Xavier's daughter. She was cool.
It wasn't his daughter; it's his sister.
Was it a sister? Yeah, you're right, sister.
Twin sister.
It's already fading now.
From another reality. Yeah. Because she's in the comics, they brought her in. I think Grant Morrison created her. An interesting character. It's a neat character in the books, but
yeah,
I know nothing beyond that.
It gets a little too repetitive with her toward the end. It just kind of keeps going and going, and it's like once they get back to Earth, though, I was fine with it. But
Did you know that the Western Deadpool was Matthew McConaughey?
No, because they're wearing masks, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, and Blake Lively was Lady Deadpool.
Yeah, I saw the Blake Lively, and then I saw someone else plays another one.
There's a few other cameos that were like, oh, it was their voice.
Yeah.
It was an actor in a suit, but it was a voice.
I'm pretty sure it was Blake Lively in person, though, for that one.
Probably, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. The only time I did actually kind of chuckle, but it was like I didn't physically laugh, but my brain was like, that's a good one. And at the very beginning when he goes, he's like, I usually only get this hard when I watch Gossip Girl. And I was like,
meta.
Wife's like, what? And I was like, Gossip Girl. She's like,
meta.
What? Like, yeah. She's like,
that's his wife. That's his baby making machine.
Yeah. And she was laughing the whole time. And I felt like if I was in a better mood, I wasn't in the best of mood. I'll say that in the beginning.
Okay.
At the end, I wasn't in the best mood, but I knew that, so I set that aside and didn't judge the movie off of it. That's why I still gave it an 8.
Right.
I still had fun watching it, but I wasn't laughing. It's because I don't think here's a movie, here's a person. Like, that's not a joke to me. It's just saying a name.
Right.
And I feel like he relies way too much on that.
Right.
But it's working. So, don't take my criticism. Clearly it's fucking working.
Well, I like the bit where Chris Evans shows up.
Yeah, that part was actually kind of funny.
That was fun. And then when Blade shows up, I love that. That was pretty awesome. The fucking theater went crazy when that scene happened.
Funny in that.
And I love the fact that he goes, "There's only." And I was like, "That's right, goddammit. There is only one Blade because you guys keep fucking it up." And now that
we did
canceled
20 some episodes ago.
Yeah. That's again, Blade's an important movie, and people don't give it any it doesn't get the credit it kind of deserves.
Yeah,
that first Blade movie.
The first Blade movie is great, and then the sequels I don't like, but you like the second one.
I like Blade too, but Blade Trinity, it's not great, but it's not awful. I don't hate it. I think it's fun. It's a fun, goofy movie.
I love that he brought him back in and didn't like him when they first worked together. They didn't get along at all.
No. And then
very good dudes. But Wesley Snipes is actually I feel like
mellowed out.
Yeah, he's mellowed out because he went, oh, I'm not the almighty asshole I think I am.
Well, I think he was going through a bad time at that point, the whole tax thing. And he was probably going to put in prison. What would you feel like? It's like, I worked my ass off for years. I got a fucking tax bill, and they're going to put me in prison? Fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm Blade, motherfucker. I'm Passenger 57.
It makes me want to watch that Dolomite Is My Name just because I haven't seen it, and I hear he's amazing in it, and I love Wesley Snipes.
No,
That's another guy we both grew up with. That just
Dolomite is a fantastic movie.
I name myself after him.
In the home of the play ball.
One of the funniest characters in cinema history, if you ask me.
He's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, so Deadpool and Wolverine, I gave it an 8. You gave it
probably about a 7.5, 7.
Yeah. It rides that line where I want to give it a 7, but I'm like, 7's like, I don't know. I think it crosses that line, and probably I give the first one a 7.
I give a lot of Marvel movie 7s, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, entertained, I'll never watch it again. I'll probably never watch it again.
I've watched all of them at least twice.
Really? Okay. I think I've seen the Avengers. I've seen more than once. I've never seen Thor again, and I watched that on a stolen file. That was from a theater in Shanghai, and then I don't think did I ever finish watching. I think I saw Captain America in theaters, but other than that, I don't really revisit the Marvel movies that often.
I feel like I put them off for so long that I finally had to get caught up. So I was like, oh, I kind of I don't know, fell in love with it, I guess, even though I think they're all the same.
Right.
I love the Captain America movies, though. I think those are actually
they're good. Yeah, Civil War, the Civil War and Winter Soldier are really good movies.
Winter Soldier, I fucking love.
Winter Soldier is probably the best one. Yeah,
all of them, in the entire cinematic universe, Winter Soldier is my favorite because it's a Marvel movie.
Yeah, and it's got Gary Shandling in it.
Yeah, that might be why.
Well, Hydra.
Well, he's in part 2 of Iron Man. I don't.
Yeah, no, that's where he comes from. Is that one?
Yeah,
that was his first one.
I didn't watch any of the movies. I saw. I saw Incredible Hulk when it came out. After that, I didn't watch any of them until after Iron Man 3 came out, and I went, all right, I'll watch the first one now. Blu-ray, and I was like, fuck it, I might as well watch them.
Right.
And I finally caught up, and I was like, all right, I don't know why I put these off. I thought they'd be as stupid as the Incredible Hulk is.
Right.
But no, they're much better. Turns out that's one of the worst ones.
Yeah, Incredible Hulk is one of the worst ones.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that?
I like the first Avengers that much, though.
Josh Whedon did the first Avengers. That was like the biggest movie they did for a while there. And now look what happened to Josh Whedon. He's pretty much a dead.
Rest in power.
Yeah.
Rest in your power. Struggle with your female employees.
Sorry for the harassment thing.
Yeah.
Sorry about the whole touching women's butts and stuff.
I've seen women come out and defend and forgive Harvey Weinstein. I have not heard a person forgive Joss Whedon.
Yeah, even his own wife had a Twitter rampage saying, like, "You fucking hypocrite, you cocksucker."
Yeah, that's part of it. That's why you don't go woke if you're like that.
Well, that's the thing. Well, no, that's when you know you're full of shit, is because the most wokest person, the most male feminist, is the biggest pervert. He's the king of the fucking cootie touchers. Who would want to touch a girl's butt? That's where cooties come from.
Doesn't even back him up.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, what's next on your list there?
Okay, this one's good because I don't think you saw this one. Love Lies Bleeding. The lesbian adventure film starring Kristen Stewart and Katie O'Brien, Ed Harris. Dave Franco's in it for a couple of minutes, and he gets brutally murdered by the big Katie O'Brien because she's a bodybuilder.
Lesbian, you say? All right, 1 second.
Oh, yeah, there's some lesbian stuff. Oh, baby. There's some hardcore backward scissoring in that movie.
is there.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's that girl from where do I know her from?
She's in The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. Thank you.
She started off with The Mandalorian, and now she's really blowing up. She's in a lot. She's taking off. She's going to be like the next big, like, semi-lesbian star lit.
That's Dave Franco, not James.
She's the gay Franco.
I thought you said James, but it's Dave.
No, Dave Franco. Yeah.
Ed Harris.
He gets, and I think Jenna Malone's in it.
Yeah, Jenna Malone.
Yeah, that's her sister. I didn't even realize it was her until like at the end of the movie. I was like, oh shit, that's Jenna Malone. Couldn't tell. But yeah, it's different. It's weird.
6.7 on IMDb. Let's
It's a movie that's going like this, and then all of a sudden it goes, wah! It just goes nuts. It's like, what the fuck is this?
This is what we were talking about. This is a movie where I showed you Ed Harris. I'm like, he looks like the Crypt Keeper now.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, same
okay, yeah. I see it here in the trailer. I've seen the poster and I think I downloaded it. I mean,
like, I don't know if I want to tell you though.
Don't tell me any. Yeah, don't spoil it.
Because the ending is so out of left field, bizarre. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Is it worth watching?
Yeah, I actually watch it. It's not bad. It's actually a pretty decent movie.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. And I like Kate. I think Kate O'Brien's really good.
She does an Incredible Hulk thing in Rampages, doesn't she?
Oh, yes.
They just showed it.
Well, you have no idea.
I just looked up and saw it, and yeah, it looks like she's going to kill a bunch of people. Okay.
Well, yeah, it's a little bit more complicated than that.
This place.
Oh, it's A24. Okay. Why are they making the best movies now?
Well, it's you know, nobody wants to take a chance on anything else. It's called sugar-coated cookies.
Oh, I can barely hear you. You're chopping up.
Oh, what about now?
Now we're good.
That was weird. Maybe I hit something. I didn't see anything.
You said they're independent?
Well, it's the independent movie, and they can get away with more risk, and all the other shit is just straight to streaming nonsense. It's all junk.
Oh, I was thinking this is A24, but it's Neon.
Neon, yeah. I think he did Substance as well, which I need to see still. I have not seen that.
Yeah. No, Substance is A24.
Was it A24?
Yeah, because I saw it on their on HBO Max. Because all the A24 for HBO Max, it's on there.
Oh, okay.
But they watched the movie I just saw in the theater, and I guess we get time to discuss it since we're talking about it. I just saw this last week. Not Heredity, Heretic.
Yes, Heretic. Yes. You said it was pretty good, right?
I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I gave it an 8.
Oh.
And that's why I think I should lower Deadpool and Wolverine to a 7. It's because Heretic is a clear 8 for me.
Right.
But yeah, it was fucking solid. 3 characters. I mean, there's more characters, obviously, but there's a random Topher Grace that shows up, and my wife did not recognize. I'm like, I think that's Topher Grace. Like, he's got like gray hair.
The fuck?
Yeah, I'll pull him up in the movie.
Is he editing the movie?
No. It is. I thought it was going to be more of a torture, like solve the riddle, get out of the room, escape room sort of thing, but it wasn't. But it was. After the movie ended, I go, that was nothing like I expected and exactly what I expected at the same time.
Right.
Like the tone.
Was he playing the same character from The Gentleman?
No, from Traffic.
Traffic?
Remember him in Traffic?
He wasn't in Traffic.
Topher Grace?
Oh, no, I'm talking about what's his name? Hugh Grant. No, Topher Grace. Yeah, Topher Grace. Is he the same character from Predators? That's what's about Topher Grace.
I thought you were saying Topher Grace isn't in Traffic. I'm like, oh.
No, I remember him from Traffic. He was great. Hey, man, you don't understand. This guy's got nothing. And they make money off of drugs. Get out of the fucking car.
He plays Topher Grace in that movie.
Pretty much. Trying to... But I know. He was smart in staying away from all his That 70s Show friends. He does not have any connection to any of them. And they're all fucked now because that Danny Masterson took them all out.
All?
Well, most of them.
2 of them are doing just fine. They got married. They're good.
No, but they're trouble. They got issues because everyone's calling him. They were supporting him. They wrote letters about how he's a good guy, and that is not doing well. You don't see him working anymore, do you? They're fucked.
Well, I feel like what's her name, Laura? What's her real name?
Come on.
Yeah, Laurie Preppin.
Yes,
She, uh,
divorced.
She's also, isn't she also a Scientologist?
Maybe, but she just got divorced from Ben Foster. I saw that today,
Oh,
so I'm very upset about that.
that's a shame for Ben Foster.
Yeah, Ben Foster's a good man.
Ben Foster is, I think he's one of our guys, one of our HID guys, because we 30 seconds of Mars, 30 days and nights.
Yeah,
Talked about how much I love that guy.
yeah, and he's also in Hell or High Water. He's great in that too.
Yeah, he's one of those guys where I feel like nobody fucking talks about him. I'm like, these are great. Like
310 to Yuma. He's fucking great.
He's in a lot of movies that aren't that great.
Right.
He is in a good Woody Harrelson movie. I think he's in two. I think they did like two movies back to back. But
Yeah, he did.
there's one where they go door to door. They're soldiers.
The Messenger.
The Messenger, and they tell people, their loved one died.
Right. Yeah.
It's just an actor's movie, and it's fantastic. But Ben Foster, we salute you.
Yes, he's very good.
Heretic, though, you're gonna like it. It's
Yeah,
not.
I want to watch it when it comes out on streaming here.
I was almost reluctant to advise you to watch it because of the other movie I advised, and how much you hated that one. Trap. Trap is not a good movie.
No, but you said it was a bad movie, though. You didn't say it was a good movie.
Yeah,
you
but
said I had to watch it.
I was like, I was enthralled by Trap. I'm like, this is.
I was too.
We'll talk about Trap in a second.
Yeah, I was too. But
Heretic is an actually great movie through and through, from every single scene, every single actor. My wife and I just watched Sophie Thatcher in that Yellow Jackets show.
Oh,
Talk about that real quick because that's on my list as well. Watch the first 2 seasons of Yellow Jacket because that's all that's out now. It's I don't know if you know what it is.
I know what it is, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it's a show where I want it to move the fuck along, kind of like From.
Yes.
We'll do a whole episode on From in a couple weeks here.
Yeah.
I think in like 2 weeks we're gonna do our From episode.
Yeah.
But it's like that where only I'm not as annoyed as I am when I'm watching From. Yellow Jackets, I'm like, this is a good show. Not amazing, but it's good, and she's great in it. And she plays the younger version of Juliette Lewis. She's kind of an outcast, and she's kind of different than the rest of the girls. But it's they get stranded in Canada, and then they're in the wilderness, and eventually they turn. They hype it up in the commercials like, oh, it's all they're gonna be crazy and sadistic, and they're eating each other, and that happens like once or twice, and really not a whole lot. And I'm like, come on, do something, like get crazy, and it just never quite lives up to that, but it shows them as adults. So it reminds me of that movie Now and Then.
Except with cannibalism.
I was literally just going to say that.
It's fantastic.
It's that movie. I love that movie. And I did when it came out. And they both have Christina Ricci is the weird thing.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah.
And it might be because she was my first crush ever that I'm tying them together.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it is about Christina Ricci, but.
No, she got going on. She got a rocket body. The Black Snake Moan movie. Ooh, baby.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, go watch it.
Because I don't want to see her like that. Because in my mind, she's
a whore.
Yeah.
It's weird. Slut whore bag.
Like my daughter was watching Casper, and I'm watching. I'm like, she's God. Oh yeah, she's a child. It was. When I'm like, I know I brought this up before in one of our prior shows, and I'm like, that's such a weird space to be in, where you're attracted to the person your entire life, and they're older than you.
Exactly.
But then you watch something of them as a child, and you're like, no, what the hell? Like, I'm thinking of the adult. I'm not thinking of the child.
Tell me to call you Wednesday. Tell me to call you Wednesday.
Yeah, weird. Yeah, it'd be different if I developed a crush when my daughter was watching Casper.
Then it would be weird.
30 years later after it came out.
Do you want to watch Casper again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to watch Casper again. I want to watch this other movie. Put the fucking Casper on.
She's got a big forehead. Turn it on.
I want to watch Dan Aykroyd come running out of the house again saying, call somebody else.
So Sophie Thatcher I knew would be good. Hugh Grant's always great. He has another me and my wife love him because we love the movie The Gentleman.
Oh yeah, he's great in that.
He's amazing in the movie. And then we watched the TV show as well, The Gentleman.
How's that?
Good. It was solid. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I can't wait for season 2. Turns out they are going to do it. That is right on my list here in July as well.
Is that an Amazon show or is that a
That's a Netflix show.
Netflix show? Okay.
So I would definitely recommend The Gentleman. The movie's way better. The movie's goddamn hilarious.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
great.
The movie's one of it's become my favorite Guy Ritchie movie.
Yeah,
it's replaced Snatch because it is like so expertly made.
Yeah.
And the show, he directed, I want to say 1 or 2 of them, I think. But it definitely has that tone. They did a good job, similar to the Fargo TV show, where it's not an exact replica, but they do a good job with the vibe.
Right.
This is kind of the idea.
I need to watch that show too. I never got into them.
That's great.
I hear Fargo's very good.
You love Fargo, yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch that one of these days.
I'm trying to get my wife to watch it. Maybe I'll cue
Well,
that.
I need to watch The Penguin too. I got to binge that
I
one.
just started that last night.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
We're all over the place recommending things, but The Penguin I started last night. I'll just say this: I only watched 1 episode. Solid, fucking solid.
Yeah.
I want the Batman movie to be this, where it's just cursing and horrible violence, but they're never going to do that, and I understand why.
Fuck you, Joker.
No, it's the Penguin's like, get the fuck out of here with your cunt mouth, you fuck. And to tie in with The Gentleman, it's also Colin Farrell.
Yes, Colin Farrell, exactly.
And he does such a good job in The Penguin. I only seen the 1 episode so far, but so far I'm recommending it.
I gotta watch it. I'll probably watch it this weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna watch. We'll finish it by Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm gonna be because it's last episode just aired, so it's pretty much 8 episodes or 9 episodes, something like
8
that.
episodes. That's it.
Yeah, for the first season. They're saying though he's coming into the Batman sequel. He's in that, and then I guess they're saying they want to do a Joker series in the same vein as the Penguin series.
They should.
That ties into Batman 3.
Batman is the perfect place to have that cinematic universe they want.
Yeah,
They can never ever achieve, because James Gunn might figure it out, but the way they did it didn't work. Nobody thinks it worked except fake, like people who want to. I don't know why it's always like the same dudes on YouTube. It's fucking so much better than no, it's not. Just stop lying. But the TV shows in the Batman universe, they can even spin off. They did a good job. Sorry, I'm thinking of 2 things at once. Spin off of the Batman, do different shows on different characters. That's one thing. And then the other thing they're doing is that, like, the Flash and the Arrow shows, those are very successful. So that's the other thing they're doing. That's what they need to do. Stop making fucking movies. Stop trying.
Well, it's funny because back in the day, Marvel had the better TV shows.
Yeah.
And then DC had the movies, and now they've kind of swapped places. Just everything cyclical and backwards and forwards and whatever. This camera's got a wider angle than the last camera.
This one? That's the same camera.
No, but the old, or maybe because I pushed it out more. No, it's about the same spot. I think the used StreamYard camera is smaller angle. They got a smaller lens.
Maybe they zoomed in or something. I don't know.
No, I never touched the camera.
No, maybe they zoomed in.
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. So far, I'm liking this a lot more. The restream.
Yeah, it's fine. It works.
I don't like how limited it is, but we would have to upgrade. I can also switch to this.
Don't hit that button.
I can't while I'm live. I was going to switch the orientation to we're like this, but I was going to switch it to this.
Oh. Well, no, you can't take people's questions though, like you could.
I can.
Oh, can you? Oh, okay. How do you do that? Or
there's a chat button over here.
Your chat button. Oh, okay.
Here, see, this is how it'll appear.
Hey, never miss a comment. Click on that message. Just play it on screen. That's not what I thought it would be.
It's commenting is the thing. There's also a private chat here in the bottom.
Hey, you got any private chats?
Privates.
No.
You see it?
Yeah, I saw that. It's amazing.
Yeah, so we're getting used to everything. New video software, new audio software. I'm using Audacity now, which fucking sucks. I used to use the burn CDs back in '97.
Oh yeah.
But it is what it is. Heretic, watch it. A lot of fun. What's next on your list? We're off to a horrible start with time.
Well, you saw this one too. I think The Watchers.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong's daughter's movie.
His good daughter.
The better daughter for sure.
You know, let's discuss The Watchers and Trap back to back.
Might as well.
Because that's how I watched them.
Raven.
I'll delete these off my list.
Raven.
No, it's the other one first.
Yeah. I don't know his daughter's name.
I watched the Watchers in September.
Yes, because it dropped on it. It came out in June. This is how bad the movie came out in the first weekend of June. Next September, like 13th. Like not even a full 4 months later.
I don't mind that because two things are happening. It's a lot quicker to go to video. You know,
Well, so that's what it is. Yeah.
File.
Yeah.
And then it's a lot quicker to make DVDs and Blu-rays now. Just here's the file.
Well, I don't think they released that on Blu. I don't think they even sold that physical media.
It is.
Is it?
It is. I seen it at Walmart. Yeah. I saw it. I saw it at Walmart because I was looking for this.
Yeah, yeah. They're getting to that point where Walmart. They haven't done it yet, but they're slowly getting it. Because isn't the physical media area a lot smaller than it used to be at Walmart?
It is. It is one little.
Yeah, one little booth.
When you go to Best Buy now, you're like, "Where's the movie?" Oh, I can wrap my arm around this thing because it's a little thing. But yeah, Walmart is now that one little aisle, and half of that is toys.
Yeah,
and then they got their discount ones, and that's about it. There's the new releases up front, and I feel like they're going to carry that for as long as they can, just to get your eyes over there, you know, because it changes all the time. So it's kind of it doesn't really cost them a whole lot to just have the new releases.
Right.
So I think it gets your eyes over there because it works for me. And I go over there, and then that's how I found this Ghostbuster toy, which I dropped.
Oh, a new toy for the collection.
Yeah, I think I showed you this.
Oh, nice. There you go. Yeah. Ooh, and it blinks. Whoa! It makes lights. Holy shit!
$10.
Wow, can't go wrong with that.
$10.
That's awesome. That can go with. Well, did you see the HasLab? You get the 1/4 scale Ecto 1.
You shared it.
Yeah, it's only about what, $400.
You say a quarter scale?
I think it's quarter scale. It's 5 to 6 inch figures.
Yeah.
It's big. It's big.
Yeah.
It's designed. It's
about
it's 1/6, but mine because I have my tumbler that's designed to be scaled to my Hot Toy figure. It's 12 inches, so it's a 12-inch.
You spent like $600 on that, right?
I did because I'm stupid, but I did it in payments years ago. So I was like, fuck, it's done.
Remember,
it's paid for. It's in my living room. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I need to put glass over it though because it gets dusty.
When you told me how much you spent on that, I was like, holy, it is pretty big.
It's big. It's very big.
Yeah.
It's very big. You can put a 12-inch doll in it.
Or dildo. That's what I thought you were going to say.
And you touch yourself.
Anyway, The Watchers.
What? Yes.
The Watchers, to me, I love the idea, but I didn't love the movie.
Yes, I would agree.
She's very good at M. Night's atmosphere. She did a good job with that. The problem is the story.
Yes.
The story is like, okay, what? Why? There's fairies. Okay, I guess we're doing fairies. It was her version of The Village. That's how I viewed it.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to think. I didn't know what to think about that movie.
Well, that's about it. It's very young adult. It's a very young adult novel movie. That's what it is.
Well, yeah, exactly. But for the first movie, I gave it a 6.
Yeah, I agree. 6.
For the first movie, fucking solid, like directing wise, and she got a good
for her.
She actually got a human performance sometimes out of Dakota Fanning, even though she's a bit autistic in the movie.
You mean in the movie?
Yeah. No,
especially when she plays a twin. It's one of 2 parts.
But I was so happy to find out that the secret didn't involve the twin.
Right, yeah.
That's the worry I had when I found out there's a twin. I'm like, no, here we go. M. Night. Oh, no, that's not. It's fairies.
No, it's an old lady turned into a little girl who's ugly and weird looking.
But the whole time I was watching her performance, I was thinking about, how do you say her name?
Marika Monroe, yeah.
Monroe?
Marika Monroe.
Marika Monroe, her. I was thinking of her performance in Long Legs, where she's kind of autistic, you know? She's very awkward, staring. I have an autistic son. I can say that. Staring.
We are autistic.
There's a lot of awkward silences and staring and
I do that all the time.
so I don't know. I've always had like pretty good pickups on that. And that's how I got him into school at age 2 for it. I'm like, yep, I see something. Dickory.
I'm beyond the spectrum now.
No.
I am the spectrum.
No, the visuals are solid in this movie. Like the shot selection. He's a good director.
And the girl from Barbarian's in it, and you don't even realize it, and then she's like kind of useless.
Yeah, I realized it because I love Barbarian, and then I was like, oh, that's her. Because I always look at the cast while I'm watching the movie.
Yeah, and I was like, oh wow, that's what she left Barbarian to do this movie, and that's kind of sad.
And and I was like, this girl should not go down in the basements.
No,
both movies. I don't. You can't say that. It looks like a visual fairy tale, and I'm like, that's what he was going for.
Oh yeah.
So I would say I think she needs to learn from her father and
no, she does not.
And stop fucking writing.
No,
learn from her mistakes is what I'm saying.
Yeah, she doesn't need to learn anything from her father.
She needs to learn. Oh, don't write. Direct.
Don't write. As hot dogs get a bad name. Why do everyone doesn't like hot dogs?
Oh man.
Jesus Christ. And M. Night Shyamalan.
Trap now.
What's in here? I can't tell you, but I'm going to tell you because I'm a fucking moron.
Get this. You a cop?
I'm a fireman.
Oh. No, Trap, I gave it a 7, by the way.
Oh my God, you're insane. You're going to inflate those numbers, and they're going to make somebody going to watch it think it's great. What the fuck is this?
It's got a 5.9.
Yeah, it deserves a 2.
Nothing wrong with a 5.9.
It deserves a 2. What did I give? I gave it like a 3, I think. I was so mad.
I don't get why you're mad, but I also don't get why I liked it so much. So I kind of am in the middle. So 5.9 sounds about right to me. So I love Josh Hartnett. Again, going back to 30 Days a Night. What does that say? 4?
I gave it a 4.
Okay. Makes sense. I don't know. I thoroughly had fun watching it, and the absurdity of everything, every single scene was absurd. And that was part of the charm for me. Because it wasn't him, except for his daughter, except for that. And that is a big except.
That was bad.
It is a big exception. I'm just saying, except for that, M. Night seems to have pulled his head out of his ass for the most part. Where he's not like, I'm the greatest fucking thing ever.
I don't know. I think his ego is still there.
It probably is. But I wasn't feeling it watching this movie. The same thing with Knock in the Cabin. I watched that and I'm like, I like this movie. It's a good movie. And if you don't like it, that's fine. Like,
I didn't watch that one. But like I told you, we were texting or messaging each other. I hope to think that every M. Night movie, because he always puts himself in the movie, I like to think that he's the one thing that connects all the movies together because he's the same character in every movie. But he's just like he's going through his life cycle at that point. Like in Sixth Sense, he's like the guy that Sixth Sense. He was
I can't remember.
Wasn't he a guy? He was trying to get married or something.
I've only seen that movie twice.
Something like that. And then the second movie, he's got a knife, or he's in a knife or something, and M. Night's after him. Is that what it was?
Yeah. I was thinking he was his boss, but yeah, you're right. He had the
right. It's I want to talk. And he breaks him.
He touches him, and then The worst one though, the Village. He plays the security guard. That's fine. The worst one is in the water, where he plays the writer that saves humanity.
That was bad.
It's like that's what I'm saying. That's his ultimate set up his ass.
Yeah. Say it.
And I feel like M. Night should stop writing. We've said this before. Stop fucking writing, man, and just direct, because you're a good director. He created tension for this entire 40, what is it, an hour, 10 minutes of them in the stadium. Well, and the writing is the only thing that gets in the way.
I don't know if he created tension. There was no tension to me in that movie. It was just.
It was. I think it was.
It was. I wasn't tense. I was like saying, this is ridiculous. when he throws. He magically appears in places where makes because like he throws the canola, the oil in the fryer. It's like how the fuck?
That's where he.
How the fuck
Because,
you
Dick,
go behind the counter and you throw 40 gallons worth? Like they're heavy, they're in glass, and they blow up. Those are 50-gallon or probably 8-pound bottles of oil. They throws in there and they blow up, which I laughed. And that girl goes, I'm scarred.
What I'm saying, and I feel like I'm super justifying everything, is I watched this knowing it's M. Night, so I put on this like weird filter where I turned off the M. Night. Yes. I put on a bullshit filter.
Yes.
So I saw, and I kind of segmented it, and I went filmmaking, and then I went M. Night schlock over here. And then the writing, everything with the writing and why he keeps doing what he's doing is in the M. Night category. But I was watching it as the filmmaker, M. Night. And I put that over here. And that's why I think I enjoyed it more. It's because it reminded me of De Palma. Just the filmmaking part.
How dare you say that?
No, the writing is dog shit.
He doesn't even do anything. He doesn't do anything interesting like De Palma, though, in this movie. There's no camera movements that makes it interesting.
I think there would be if you watched it and not hate watched it.
No, I watched it with an open eye and I didn't see anything interesting. There's no camera movements. It's just cut. There's no
Did you not watch Snake Eyes? It's very similar.
Not at all. It is nowhere near Snake Eyes. What are you talking about?
No, Snake Eyes is better.
You're out of your mind. This movie is terrible.
No, I don't
like
think it's terrible because of the directing, though. I don't think it's terrible because of that. I think it's terrible because of the fucking writing.
Oh, it's horrible.
Writing gets a 2, and I think filmmaking it gets a much higher score.
The worst part is when he forces his way to the singers backstage. He goes, "I'm going to kill this person if you don't do what I say." Why would you do that?
Here's a strange Asian.
How stupid are you? I say that too because white serial killers do not kill outside their ethnic group. It just doesn't never happen. So, except for he liked them, he had sex with them and then he ate them. There was a difference.
There's no rule.
No. Pretty much the rule is you stick to your ethnic groups. You kill either you kill women, or you kill white. You never males tend to kill the same, unless they're whores. But that's different because you don't like women, so they can be any color.
You know what this movie could have done well with is a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th draft by someone else, where we learn more about why he's a serial killer, just a little bit.
But we were told us when she was talking about the profile.
Oh God!
Why is she with his mother? And, oh God, that was so terrible.
She wasn't wrong.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, no, Haley Mills is fucking terrible in this movie, and her character is so unnecessary.
No, it's stupid.
That's all down to the writing. Like, why is this? It reminded me of Devil, that terrible Night Produce movie.
Yes.
I like the movie for reasons I can't really fully explain and probably shouldn't. But I will say this: I completely agree with everything you said about it.
Right.
It's a bad movie, but it entertained me.
It could be, it could be. It's a funny movie. Like if you watch it for like, oh my God, this is like insanely terrible. Yeah, you'll have a good time.
And that was this category over here, the M. Night writing.
Yes.
So I kind of watched it and I'm like, oh, I like the way this is going. And because I was like, how do you create this much tension? Like, how do you create any sort of tension when this much of the movies? And I was kind of like, he has so many extras in this scene. Like that is impressive on its own. And I was like, I gave it a lot of leeway. Sorry about that. I gave it a lot of leeway. I will say that. I don't deny that.
But in a concert, though, the one thing that threw me off was, if you're at a concert, do you leave the concert multiple times, walk around? The concert's only at 90 minutes, and it seems like he spends more times in the
yes,
outside of the concert than in it.
It's because he comes back for half a song, and he's like, I'm going to go check our coats.
I got to take shit.
And it makes you hate the daughter, but the daughter's being actually realistic. She's like, where do you keep going, man?
Yeah.
But the white, spoilers, the wife being the one that turned him in and everything, I was like, yeah, obviously, okay.
That's stupid.
And it was so stupid. Once he leaves the stadium, I agree with you. Movie's a 3,
Oh,
but that's when it gets fucking funny.
Well, but okay. So when he's in the limo, and they turn, and then like all the cops are surrounding the limo.
The Michael Myers scene.
When did he magically get out of the limo and replace it with boxes? Where he has like helmet, he makes like a makeshift dummy out at the driver's seat.
Oh, fantastic!
How do you do that at all? Like there's no boxes in the car.
I told you, once he leaves the stadium, he becomes like Michael Myers and like Looney Tunes kind of.
Oh,
where he like bows down to the bike, and his wife's like, "Let him be," and the cops are like, "Yeah, massive serial killer." Okay, yeah, and he pulls a spoke off a bike, which I can't tell you the strength required to break off both ends that quick to make it look like nothing, because he's supposed to be like fixing the seat or something. I forget what he's doing.
Right. And he's putting the spoke up his sleeve.
And it wasn't like an old spoke. It was a brand. Like, that's where he becomes a superhero. That's why I expected Bruce Willis and James McAvoy to pop out at the end with Sam Jackson rolling up. And because humans can't do that. Not Josh Hartnett, the guy who looks like he's never worked out. I don't think he's aware of a weight bench. No, the guy's in good shape for his age. Don't get me wrong, but like he's in better shape than we are. But he's not a muscular guy that could.
I run a lot. So I don't know what weights. What are you talking about?
And I think part of the reason I liked it more is because I've been making fun of Josh Hartnett for a while because I love him so much, and then he took that long fucking break where he wasn't in anything.
Yeah.
And I called it Josh Hartnett Island, where actors went when they.
Yeah, he's back.
And now he's back, and he's in my favorite episode of Black Mirror. It is the saddest, most surprising, and it's an amazing episode, Dick. You need to watch it. It's him and Jesse from Breaking Bad. Okay. And they're astronauts in space, and they have like robot versions of themselves on here on Earth so they can be with their family.
Oh, okay.
And fucking Charles Manson shows up out of nowhere. I'll say that.
Charles Manson?
Charles fucking Manson is in this. It's an alternate 1969.
Oh.
It's a fucking fantastic episode. Josh Hartnett is amazing in that episode. You need to watch it just for him.
Wow.
And you can skip the rest of the show if you want. I get it.
I've seen half of Black Mirror, I think.
Yeah, I finally sat down and watched it a while ago, and I was like, "Oh, Frank was right. This is a great show." I happened to watch all of the super stupid and boring and
like Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, it's that again. I just happened because I would read through the thing real quick, and I'm like, "Yeah, that one. Oh, this is a bummer." Like all of them. Like I get it. Yeah. But yeah, that episode is fantastic. It's called "By the Sea." Okay. You know the song. And fantastic episode. And I love Josh Hartnett. And I was like, he's back. He's fucking back. And I was watching. So that's why I wanted to watch this movie so bad. So it is a little bit of that for me as well. I will admit. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have told you to watch it.
Oh, no, I'm glad I did because I was laughing my ass off most of the movie. I was just like, this is the dumbest movie I've ever seen. It is like the dumbest movie I've ever seen in my life.
Except for Malignant.
It's on that level. It's on that level. Yeah.
That's why I don't know why you gave it a 3 or 4 because Malignant is on that level with this movie, and we like that movie because it's so absurd.
Well, it's like to quote Bad Santa, Billy Bob Thornton. Are you fucking with me? Like the movie. Are you fucking with me?
The difference is James Wan was fucking with you, and M. Night is not.
I think that's true.
And that's what actually makes this movie funnier, is that he's not joking. He put his own money down and made his movie.
Daughter. He's trying to get his daughter to be a singer.
You had a problem with her. I didn't until the show ended. I thought her on stage was just fine. She's a pop star performer. I'm not going to enjoy it no matter what. So I don't care. So and I was expecting way worse, honestly. I didn't expect her performance to be shown as much as it was. I thought it was in the background, you see glowing on the actress's
I thought
face
that too.
But it keeps showing her.
No, but then she's she's like the hero of the movie.
And that's once they leave the stage, that's what I say, all bets are off.
Like,
It's the worst fucking movie ever. And that's when it gets hilarious, though. But let's move on. Trap is done.
I want to play the piano for you guys. Give me my phone.
Do we have enough time to finish your lists? We're at an hour.
Yeah, not much else.
We'll finish your list.
Lots of Sopranos.
You watch Sopranos again?
I watched The Sopranos off and on again throughout the time, and I watched that special, the interview with David Chase, that documentary that they did, where it was the making of The Sopranos with David Chase. It's pretty interesting, pretty fascinating.
Yeah. What's it
And
called?
I think, Todd Weiss.
Yeah, I saw,
Guys talking to David
that, and I
Chase.
was like, oh, David Chase is there. I saw his face, and I clicked on it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's like his biography. It's pretty good. It's interesting, and it talks about the mother, and I guess they said Nancy Marchand knew she was going to die because she was sick, and she goes, David, I don't want to stop working till I'm dead, so please keep me going in the show. And he says, okay, well, we'll figure something out. And then, like, she was working till the very end.
I don't
She
think he said
died.
it that cold. Okay, yeah.
No, actually, they say David's pretty fucking cold. They say he's pretty fucking cold.
Clearly, but
They
you
say
hear
like
stories behind the scenes, and yeah, clearly. But I don't think he did that when
Yeah.
the old lady was like, "I'm gonna die soon." Okay.
no, well, they loved her.
Yeah.
Everybody loved her. Yeah, even David Chase was like, no, we loved her. She was wonderful. She, and it was fantastic, and blah blah blah. But yeah, no, it's a really good documentary. But they tried to vilify James Gandolfini a bit too much. They tried to make him sound like he was kind of a problem and a drug addict, which he had his issues. But it's kind of like unfair because he did a lot of good stuff. Like he gave a lot of his money up to the cast because they got screwed. HBO fucks you over if you're not the star. If you're on the show for a while, you don't get paid shit. If you're not the star of the show, getting the awards, you don't get nothing.
HBO is all about the Emmys.
Oh,
That is
they're
correct.
so fucking cheap. Like they even said,
Think about
real bad.
Emmys. HBO is one.
Yeah,
All their like mini series win every single fucking time.
yeah,
Because that's they created this game. Now everyone else is trying to replicate it.
yeah.
Was it
Yeah,
good though? Was it
It's
worthwhile?
worth watching. Yeah, I would say watch it. Beetlejuice Dose.
Didn't see it yet. Don't spoil it.
It's a lot of fun. Boy Kills World. I watched that movie. That was the Peter
Oh yeah. No,
Skarsgård. He doesn't talk.
Not
John
Peter.
Benjamin is the
Peter Skarsgård is someone very different.
That's
Mr. Maggie.
That's right. Yeah. Whatever. The other Stellan Skarsgård's brood.
It's
H. John Rader.
Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, Bill Skarsgård. It was actually not bad. There's a lot of fun. There's some good stuff in there.
This is a good back and forth because I'll go off your Skarsgård reference and I'll talk about mine next.
Oh yes.
No. Finish yours. Was that worth watching? Because it is on my list to watch.
Yeah, it's worth watching. It's fun. There's some
It
good
looks like
action.
Kind of a John Wick, but crazier. Like Joe Carnahan made it. Something
It's a little more sillier than that.
sillier than.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say sillier.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does look interesting, and I love me. My wife loves Bill Skarsgård because we
He
don't like
doesn't talk.
Castle Rock. We started watching
He doesn't-
Castle Rock, then we watched
Yeah,
it. Watched a bunch of other stuff. I watched another Bill Skarsgård real quick. Actually, I have two Skarsgårds to go off. Oh shit! Would you recommend watching Boy Kills World?
Yeah, it's worth watching. It's fun.
Okay.
Good action.
What do you give it?
I think I would like a 7.
Okay. It's on my list to watch, so I'll get around to it after my surgery. I watched a Bill Skarsgård movie called Villains, also starring Maika Monroe.
Really interesting.
Yeah, and she is completely different than she is in Long Legs and It Follows. She's super talkative and like blah, blah, blah. I actually watched 2 of her movies during our interim, during our little break.
ID 420.
No, I watched the one in the woods. I'll get to it.
Oh,
Her in the woods with Plop from The Office. Well, I'll get to it. Anyway, Villains. It's this her and Bill Skarsgård, the kind of slummy people, and they're like taking advantage, and they go into a house, and Kira Sedgwick is in there with her husband, and it's just it's a lot of like they keep them hostage now, and Kira Sedgwick is so fucking hilarious in the movie. I didn't know she could do comedy that well, and I've seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and she's funny in that show, but she is in another world in this movie, and she does not give a shit what you think about her. She's in a negligee, and she's like dancing and singing, and she's doing like, "Yeah, you want mommy's titties?" And it's
What is it called?
Villains.
Villains. Oh,
I'll pull it up.
is it on Amazon or where's it at?
2019. It's on
It's
AMC
on-
Plus.
Oh, I don't have AMC Plus.
I do, so you can watch it if you want.
Yeah.
You've seen this poster though, right?
No, I've never seen this movie.
Yeah, her husband is Jeffrey Donovan, and he's fucking hilarious too. Everyone is great in this movie. The four of them. So it's just the four people, and they keep him chained in the basement. They have a daughter down there, this girl, and she's chained to a post. So they're trying to do the right thing for once. They're like, we gotta like, I know we're trying to rob these people, but we gotta save this little girl. And then she keeps being like, they keep wondering like, is she in on it, sort of thing.
That's funny.
There's not a lot of tension. You kind of get the vibe of what's going to happen and how it's going to go.
Right.
Here's Kira Sedgwick, but then she eventually shows up in negligee, and it's like, and Bill Donovan's like, yeah, he's upstairs with my wife right now. He knows what's going on. Like they're into this sort of thing, but they don't make it. Nothing's played like super obvious. This is kind of they don't really mention it.
Okay, yeah.
It is a good movie. I would say watch this movie. You're not going to love it. I gave it a 6. I didn't love it, but I enjoyed it all the way through.
Okay, yeah, that looks fun. That looks worth watching.
Yeah, because I seen the poster when it first came out. Before it came out, it's on the announcements on IMDb, and I'm like, I like Bill Skarsgård a lot. So, and then it's got her. Again, I need to learn how to say her name, Maika Monroe. She's great. She's always great.
Monroe, yeah.
Maika, Maika.
She kind of saved
Maika Monroe.
herself. She did It Follows, and then she did that Independence Day sequel, which was that was a mistake. She was the star.
I didn't know she was in that.
Yeah, she's the daughter of the president. Yeah.
Oh no, Bill Pullman's
Not
daughter.
Good, not a good movie. Probably one of the worst
the
sequels ever made is ID 420.
Yeah, you're right. Patricia Whitmore.
Yeah, it was bad. It was real bad. That was a horrible
I like her a
birthday
lot.
present.
I'm not attracted to her like you are. I think she's too skinny and white.
She is too skinny and white. But she looks like Brittany Murphy. She's a reincarnated Brittany
Yeah.
Murphy. It's creepy.
And then she'll stay alive because she doesn't use drugs and sleep during. What the fuck happened at Brittany Murphy's house? I still don't understand the story.
I think she had mold and she died of mold poisoning.
But it was like the guy put it there on purpose, sort of.
Well, and then he died of the same thing.
Yeah,
So
way later, like 6
a couple months later.
Yeah, but that's a long time later, and I don't think he was living there still.
No.
But
don't know.
what a weird. Yeah, I still don't understand the Brittany Murphy thing.
That was a sad story because she didn't deserve that. It was just.
No,
I think she was hey, Hollywood actresses have a bad run.
Yeah. And the other thing I watched with the Skarsgård was last night. I finished. I actually wrapped it up because I knew we'd talk about it today. Is Chernobyl. We'll end this episode on this.
Okay.
We'll start part 2 in a moment. We got a long way to go. I barely started my list. Chernobyl, 5 episodes. Speaking of HBO Emmys, you haven't seen it, right?
No.
I would say watch it.
I hear it's the best thing they ever did.
No, but I would say turn it off after part 2. You're going to get it after part 2. Watch 1, 2, and 5 are the episodes you really need to watch.
Right.
Episodes 3 and 4. The 4th one is the one I was telling you where they spend half an hour of this guy killing dogs. Just killing, and it's like 3 guys out there because there's a 2,600 square kilometers of we got to kill everything living here because it's contaminated. There's a lot of dogs. People abandon their dogs, and we got to kill. And it's just like they spend 30 minutes on that, and a character we never see again that they made up.
Oh.
And then they say in the credits, like, this guy was made up because he represents, what people had to do back then. And it's like, I didn't think that was even in the top 50 of characters that sacrifice stuff in the name of containing the contamination. because the first 2 episodes are fucking brutal, and they get more brutal as it goes because you see the effects of the the nuclear radiation and everything, and you see like people that are just rotted away to nothing, like worse than a horror movie.
No.
And that part is effective, and then the 5th episode is just a trial, and that's a good one because you get a lot of good Stellan Skarsgård stuff, and he keeps his pants on, which is nice for once.
Well, then I'm not watching it.
Yeah, sorry.
Nymphomaniac.
And then Jared Harris. Jared Harris is the main character.
Jared Harris. I'm sorry, I think it's Jared Hess, Napoleon Dynamite.
No, Jared Harris, son of Richard Harris.
Richard Harris. Rest in power.
Yeah. Rest in power. No, he's great. He's fantastic. And they made a thing I didn't know about the show, and it took me a while to catch on. I thought it was just certain characters in the beginning. It's not Russian. They don't, or Russian or Ukrainian as it is now. Right. It was Russian. It was Soviet Union back then. They don't do the Soviet Union accent. They don't do a voice. The text is all in Russian,
right?
But you don't hear it. It's all British actors, like anything like Gladiator sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad they did it.
They do that. They seem to do that. HBO does that a lot, where they don't rely on the accents to be accurate. They can be British people playing Russians, and it's just they're in the British accent. That's it.
I mean, Star Wars did that. I mean, they weren't playing different accents, but it was all British actors. So
because British people are evil.
Yeah. Yeah. But it works really well. It's effective. It's brutal what Jared Harris has to tell these real life people, because this is a true story. That's the fucked up thing about it.
Yeah.
Is these are real people, and he's like, so we need 3. He's talking to Gorbachev, his giant fucking map of Malaysia on his forehead.
Hello.
Yeah. He's like, so we need to get people to go down below and turn these valves in the water. And it's below the tanks. And he's like,
right.
So what are you asking, sort of thing? He's like, to kill 3 people. And he's like, you got it. Gorbachev walks away.
I'll send my cousin right now.
So then I got to send 3 dudes down below in this waist deep water, radiation water, and you hear the machines the whole time, which adds to the effectiveness of the scene, which is.
I can't tell the 3 divers that they're going to die.
They don't tell them.
Yeah.
No. Actually, no. My mistake. They do tell them.
Oh.
They have the group together, and they're like, "We need 3 guys to go down below. Who's going to go?" Because all the people that work there, and the one guy is like, "Why should we go down for your mistake? You got their mistake." And he's like, "If you don't do this, it's going to blow up, and the continent is dead." And the guy doesn't volunteer, and the 3 other dudes pop up because they're like, "What's the life expectancy?" And they'll kind of go over that.
Wow.
Jared Harris has an interesting dilemma where he's like, he has to tell certain people, there's a bunch of miners that have to go down below, and he's like, and Stellan Skarsgård's like, don't lie to miners. They work in the dark. They see fucking everything. They're gonna know if you're lying. So he's like, go down there, and they go down there later, and they're naked, and he's like, that's less. You're getting exposed to the radiation more working without clothes. And he's like, does that matter? He's like, no. He's like, all right, so he gets back to work. So he's like, don't fucking lie. Like, I don't know. The dialogue is fucking incredible. I say that the acting is the best HBO's ever done. I say that.
Well, what's funny about Chernobyl was it came out the week after Game of Thrones ended.
I think I say COVID.
Because Game of Thrones ended and everybody hated it. Chernobyl premiered the next week. Everybody forgave HBO, and Chernobyl became the greatest show HBO ever made. And so everybody was talking about Chernobyl. So everybody
that explains more.
Forgot about Game of Thrones. It was amazing. Turn on a show that fast, especially a show that was that popular, just overnight disappear like it never existed because Chernobyl was on.
It was interesting, the Chernobyl thing, because I'm sure you do too, but you remember this Chernobyl stuff in your lifetime. Not like the incident, but the aftermath and hearing about it and stuff like that. I remember because it was 86. I was less than 2. I was about to turn 2 when this happened.
Can you please pronounce it right, though? Chernobyl?
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl. The Chernobyl.
Oh, I keep hitting that. I'm sorry. I need to go right-handed. I'm left-handed and my mic's on my left. It's super hard not to hit that. I'll do this. No, but my memories of Chernobyl are more along the lines of that horror movie called Chernobyl,
Right.
where there's a lot of like ghosts in the distance and
Right,
that sort of thing. But no, I was almost 2 when Chernobyl exploded, and I don't remember the incident obviously, but I remember like when I got to like 5, 6. People talking about it and learning about it in school, and then the fall of the Soviet Union and the
I think
91.
more information came out after the fall because that
Yeah,
stuff was all.
that's more what I
They
remember.
they did not want any of that information coming out when they still
No.
had power.
And that's what episode 5 is all about.
Right. Yeah.
Cover up and the trial, and that's the good episode for you. Need to watch, like I said, 1, 2, and 5, and skip 3 and 4. You're going to get everything you need.
Well, when do the guys get naked to go down to the water?
That's in 3, I think.
Then I have to watch that episode.
Yeah, that one's called Open Wide O Earth. That's when
I bet Open Wide O Earth.
No, it is a good episode. That one's worth watching. I would just say skip episode 4, honestly, because that's the one with the dogs. And I get it. It's sad, but it's not sad as these fucking people that have to do this. Like, why am I? And there's literally like we talked about the Sarah McLachlan on the wings of.
Oh right, yeah.
It's showing like a slideshow of dogs and cats, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. Those dogs are contaminated. Shoot them.
They should have shown them become the Resident Evil dogs. Like they turn into those monsters. Me and Jovich is to come and kill them. She's gonna kick sheets of glass in their face and cut them in half.
Oh my god. Yeah. No, but it's a great show. I was thinking back to when we were kids. Do you remember looking at maps in early elementary school?
Right.
When it's
USSR. Yeah, it's a weird. Yeah.
And then one day I went to summer and I came back and I was like, what the fuck is Russia? Because I love maps. I'm really good with geography. So I always like turn to that like when I get back in school. And then I have maps everywhere. And I was looking, I'm like, I didn't understand what was happening, and we did not talk about it. It just was not discussed in my class. And I'm like, what happened?
Oh, speaking.
I was so confused. And there's no internet back then, so.
Speaking of that, I saw that someone sent me a great fucking joke today. There's some video. This German, it's like a Christmas. It's like some birthday party or a Christmas party, something. They're exchanging gifts, and they're going. This 12-year-old boy goes, "Wait a minute, this isn't what I wanted." And he goes, "What are you talking about? You said Mein Kampf." No, he said Minecraft. So it's Mein Kampf, the book. Fucking hilarious.
That's pretty good.
He goes, "Oh, that's Minecraft." No, Minecraft.
I liked it. Yeah, that's good.
I'll send you. I have one. If I can send it to you, it's hilarious.
IMDb rating Chernobyl is 9.3. I give it a 9 as well.
Yeah, it's highly regarded. Yeah, and it went on
because I don't look at the rating before unless I watch it. Unless I like it's a movie, I'll go 5.3. Do I want to watch this?
No, yeah, I've heard forever that's like one of the best shows HBO ever made.
I would say it is one of the best, yes, but there are better.
Right.
Maybe it is just because of my personal preference, but I say the Frankenheimer one's better, not just because it's Frankenheimer, but because I like more that storyline of LBJ and all the.
I love the conspiracy. That one. So that one, I love that one. I don't know why. I watched it all the time. I've seen that movie like 10 times. I don't know why. What does it say about me? I want to watch that Final Solution movie again. The actors are great.
I love the extras in Birth of a Nation when they come down the hill.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh my God, they're so good. They ride those horses with such glee, and they look like ghosts. It's fascinating.
A lot of hard work in a movie. It's art. You gotta respect it.
Oh, anyway, no, but Chernobyl, I would definitely say, yeah, I could see if you haven't watched a bunch of HBO miniseries like we have. Yeah, it's one of the best. They're the best. But there are a couple I like better. I think the Jinx is better than this.
Well, Jinx is more documentary, though.
Yes, that's a miniseries.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a miniseries, but I don't know. HBO's got a very, very good track record for miniseries and TV movies.
They do. Yeah, they've made some really good ones.
The War is fantastic. Yeah, Frankenheimer one. They do a bunch of great stuff, so it's kind of hard to rate.
HBO is pretty fucking solid.
And we'll end on that. Don't work for HBO Max if you're not the star, though.
No, you get paid shit.
No.
They fuck you over big time.
We'll end the podcast here. We'll start up a second one here in a moment. But we'll end the podcast. We're at an hour 24. So we'll be back for part 2. In the meantime,
Fuck you, everybody. Good night.
that's the end of part 1.
Yay.
For audio.
Well, I don't got much left for my list because
I have so much.
we can kind of speed through yours if you want to.
Yeah, we'll finish yours, but hold on. I need to save this audio.
I think. Did you see Oddity?
No, not yet.
Oh, Oddity's great.
Hold on, we'll get to it.
Yeah, that's the last one I have here is Oddity.
Hold on. Almost done. Just 42 seconds left. We're still live. We can discuss things, I guess. Yeah, the restream, though, so far I got this clip.
Benson, Missouri.
That clip. I won't play the whole thing. I got this. I can't not have that one. That's my favorite one.
It's one of the best ones ever. Yeah.
I got my favorite Simpsons one.
To choose from. I'll pick. Why? Why? What the heck are you doing over there? Yeah. There, you found the floor. Why?
Classic.
My second favorite Simpsons joke. What the heck are you doing? I got yours because I know this is one of your favorites.
See why Rainier Wolfcastle should be the star. I think we should bring back Dirk Richter. Kids will want to see the original Radioactive Man.
I keep telling you, he's 73 years old and he's dead.
Granted, but
Besides, we want to stay as far away from.
Classic.
That one.
Wash my stick on a stick.
I don't have that one, I don't think. Maybe I do.
Fuck it, couldn't tell.
Yeah. It's,
Yes,
yeah.
another good one that I don't think we ever got was when Bart comes out as a stripper. He goes, "Hey, ladies and girls, it's Bang Bang Bart.
Yeah.
You're fat. Just more me to love, honey." They throw a ball. That one's a good one. You
Yeah,
should
I
isolate
that one. I have a guy at work. If he's watching, his name is Scott. He's in The Simpsons too, so we make a lot of references. Yeah, it's a lot of back and forth to Simpsons jokes, and he gets a lot of my sense of humor. So it's nice to have someone like that at work.
Yeah.
I do have this one saved. One of my favorites.
Come. That means something.
Yeah. Tech support.
And then this one. Oh no. Oh shit! I had the same one saved twice. I'll get rid of this one.
Is Sparkle Motion on there? That's good. That one we can't live without.
Yeah,
That's
that was
a
so
good
quick.
one.
I had to save it. And this one.
Yeah, I can't get rid of those.
No,
Too good.
I can add in now that I deleted the duplicate. Let's save. And that sucks. The only downside of this versus StreamYard is I can't rearrange them
Oh,
order I want because I want the theme and then the outro, right next to each other, intro outro, but I can't.
and only you can access the videos.
Yeah, unless you want to pay $82.
Right, and that's all right.
I'm
I'll
thinking
just-
about just get more videos. We can get
Yeah,
all the videos they want. At 82
yeah,
bucks.
I'll just tell you, hey, play that bit.
And I can't.
Yeah.
List. Oh, sorry. Let's add in, and then we'll start here. This is part 2. So, okay, I'll just go with the Moo Moo. Rag on a Stick, Lenny Punch, which is my favorite Simpsons
That's a
joke,
good
but
one, yeah.
I'm fine with not having that one. It doesn't come up that often. Do It For Me, Billy. Be Fucked from Demolition Man.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Meet the Joe Black.
Fucked.
The Unfriended
Oh, yeah.
Blender. Son of a Bitch Dylan. It's a fuck movie from Nostalgia 2.
There you go.
And then Seamless Editing. Ain't Got Time to Bleed. And those are the ones I don't have. Which one do you want? Oh, I have. Did someone say Party? That's me though. That's not you. That's not the show. So
I remember that one.
This one. I'll add it then delete it. I told you it's my favorite drunk mom news thing ever.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, I think I remember now.
Okay, good, because it's taking forever to process.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think
Someone say Party?
That's right. Yeah.
So fucking wasted. Here we go.
Headlines aside, hit the reset button and throw one massive party.
Did somebody say party?
You're cute.
I don't know why might have Jordan's
I don't know. The internet added. So which one do you want?
Probably rag on a stick.
Rag on a stick, right? Okay, good.
Gotta have that
Doing
one.
the same thing.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We reference that one more. I wash myself with a rag on a stick.
I wash myself with a
Can't even-
rag on a
Can't
stick.
even say that line without laughing.
Oh man.
Wash myself with a rag on a stick.
It's like clapping. Clapping is what does it. I will say this. My wife and I went out as like a little dinner before my surgery because we're not going to be able to go out for a while. And I told her that joke in the parking lot on the way in, and she was actually laughing at it. Like, I washed myself with a... And she was laughing. I was like, all right. I know it's a good joke if I can just say it out loud to someone who actively does not like The Simpsons.
Oh wow. Well, I would say I don't watch any of the Simpsons post 2004. I don't think I've seen the movie was funny. I like the movie.
Yeah, the movie's
Some
good.
of the new stuff is funny. Just I don't watch it. I don't. I just go back and watch the stuff from the 90s. That's all I watch.
The problem with the show, we're not recording, by the way, the actual podcast. They got really preachy with Lisa for a while because they're trying to at the woke crowd. And I'm not a guy who's like super fucking anti-woke, but I am anti-woke.
I'm anti-comedy. If it's not funny, I don't want it.
Yeah. I'm anti if your it's the Twilight Zone remake.
Right, yeah.
Season 1. If your message is more important than your quality or your writing, then it doesn't give a shit.
No, yeah, exactly.
And that's the problem with The Simpsons for like 4 or 5 years. And then they also, and that's following 3 to 4, maybe even longer seasons of them trying to replicate Family Guy.
Right, yeah.
Family Guy took over and they went, we can do that too. And it fucking sucked.
Yeah.
In like 2004, like right then, like 2004 or 5, that's when they did that. And then like 2008, 9, 10 or something was the Me Too woke shit. And then they got I watched an episode. I'm like, this is actually pretty funny.
Well, I think now everything's getting back to normal. They're going to stop that now. So it's
Yeah.
The woke stuff is starting to end because I'm seeing more jokes, more funny stuff coming out, and like, okay, I think it's over now. I think we can be
One
funny
of the maybe the only upside of Elon Musk buying Twitter is it killed the woke shit.
Well, they're all on Reddit now. They all went to Reddit.
Fuck Reddit.
They're all on Reddit. I just saw a thing. A guy was talking about Reddit is all filled with like lefty nutcases saying like, can we kill Trump? Can we do this? Can we do that? Like murdered people, all that stuff. Oh, wow. I'm over here now.
This will be your episode. Go. Part 2.
We're going to be doing a Hollywood is Dead show. We are back. This is part 2 of the movies we watched while we were in hiatus. Just to be in hiatus again in about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So goodbye. Fuck you, everybody. Good night.
Oh, you can't play it. Sorry.
I can't play it. I don't have the power to do it.
Bad. That was a great way to enter the show, Dick.
Yes,
your
sir.
walrus and you're wrapped in your for a few dollars more.
I wish it's a Star Wars blanket.
I know, but it reminds me every time you wear this.
Yeah, it's a little cold. It's getting colder over here.
I can't imagine being cold. So
Yeah, I don't run my heater until like it gets really cold, and I'll put the heater on, and like within 10 minutes, it gets like hot. And you're just like, fuck! You have to go turn it off.
it's November 15th, 2024.
Yeah.
In Phoenix, Arizona.
Right.
I'm in the garage.
Yeah.
It's 87 degrees.
87?
That's what it was yesterday. I didn't look today.
Wow. Holy shit.
I came out here last night to get
Yeah.
I put my computer back out here because it hasn't been out here because of the heat. I put my Blu-rays back out here. If you notice, like over here, everything's empty.
Wow, look at that.
Moved everything because of the heat. Because it gets to 116 out here, turns out.
That's nuts.
And so until I insulate the walls, we'll be down for the summer, but I'll get it fixed by summer. This year. We'll have a little break here after a couple episodes from now, just because I'm going to get my surgery, and we'll take probably a month off.
Oh, that's it?
I have 3 months off work just to heal, but I don't need that. I mean, it's a fucking podcast. Really, do we need the? I'm going to be watching stuff nonstop, so we need to talk.
That's true.
Otherwise, it builds up, and this is what we lose. I still have 60-something things on my list, probably. So let's get into it. Dick, you had one more thing in your list. It was a movie actually is on my list to watch, so I don't really want to discuss too much. But
I'd say Oddity, watch it. Great Irish horror movie. Slow, but really well done. And actually, probably my favorite. Might be my favorite movie of the year. It was very good, very well done. But also, I had Violent Nature. Saw that movie. The first person Jason. It was terrible. Don't bother.
When you said Violent Nature, I was thinking of the Jason. No, not Jason. Jessica Chastain. What is that movie?
Oh, Jessica Chastain?
Oscar Isaac. What is that movie called?
Oh. Yeah, I can't remember. They were in a bunch of movies together. They're in a show together, too. A Violent Nature. Oh, Violent Nature. That was the show. That's the movie.
So what's so that's
the show?
The
show was in Violent Nature is that it's that horror movie where it's the
all they do is add in Violent Nature.
Yes, this is
called In a Violent Nature. And okay. So you told me it's not worth watching.
That's boring. It's like even the kills are boring. You're just like, okay, whatever. And then I saw actually two good documentaries. The Dave Stevenson documentary, the guy did Rocketeer, the artist. That was actually really good. It's on Amazon for free.
The storyboard guy.
Yeah, he was an artist. So he was like, really good artist, amazing artist, and really kind of really cool, fun life. And a really sad end. It's really.
I don't know anything about the guy.
It's worth watching. It's really good.
I knew it like the storyboard guy, and I thought they made a comic out of his storyboards.
He was a comic book. Yeah, he was a comic book artist, but he also did art. He did prints. He did movie storyboards. But he worked on Raiders of the Lost Ark, and they fired him because he took too long. George Lucas was like, "It's a storyboard. It should be a sketch. This is not a painting. It needs to be done by like today. You're taking too long." And Spielberg loved him. He said, "Like, oh, his art's fantastic. It really makes the movie come alive." And he actually did all the deleted scenes from Raiders of the Lost Ark that ended up being in Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom. Because you see, that's from Temple of Doom. That's not Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's hilarious. They reused all the stuff. They had so much material for the first movie they put in the second movie.
I'm taking notes on another comic that we should actually do an episode on that I've never read. Is the what is the term? RoboCop.
They made the Frank Miller script, RoboCop.
Frank Miller.
Yeah,
I think do an episode on that. I've never read it, so we should do an episode on that.
Yeah, I think I have it.
I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Okay, so you recommend that?
Oh yeah, very good.
I didn't realize there's a sad ending there, but
very, very sad.
I'll watch it probably. So go ahead and spoil that for me. What's the sad ending?
He dies. Cancer.
I hate to say it, but that's everyone's sad ending.
Yeah, cancer, very sad. Very rare blood cancer.
Kiev, Ukraine.
Yes.
Did Chernobyl get him?
Yes.
Okay.
He flew there in his Rocketeer suit and he got sick.
I also love that my AI that I use. I almost said Chat GPT. The AI I use for the background.
Right.
And create same thing with the first episode. Create a poster for Hollywood is Dead's episode on 2024 Summer Movie Catch Up Part 2. And I wrote Hollywood is Dead Show Part 24.
Well, they're not far off. They're getting better.
At least it's legible. Everything's spelled right. It just, I literally wrote it. It's like it can't insert the writing. That seems like the easiest part. to just copy and that's what we're going to do for the no. That's where it fucks up. That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is what we have for that. It's show part 24, I guess, even though it's episode 160 something.
That's hilarious.
168. Okay, so is that the end of your list?
Pretty much.
You said you had 2 documentaries. One was the Rocketeer guy. What was the other one?
Fabulous Alan Carr, which was about the producer of Grease. He was kind of,
Truman Capote?
Very Truman Capote-esque. But I didn't know. He did a movie. The movie I want to watch this movie now. It was after Grease 1. He thought he was a genius. So he decided to make a movie. I think it stars the Village People.
Oh.
I know what
you're talking about.
I think it's called That's Entertainment or something like that.
Yeah, that's
and they were and Bruce Jenner is in it. And in the documentary, because this is before Bruce Jenner turned into a woman, they said Bruce Jenner. This movie's hilarious.
Crosby.
Bruce Jenner's in this movie. He's surrounded by a bunch of facts. That's what they said in the movie. It's hilarious. And the star of the movie is none other than Steve Guttenberg.
Okay, maybe we're thinking of something else.
Steve Guttenberg is the star of the film. It's one of his first projects, one of his first movies. And it was directed by a character actress who never directed a movie in her life, but the producer just loved her so much. She's like, she can do whatever she wants. She's hilarious. And so, and I guess he made a lot of money on Grease 1, like multi-millionaire.
Roller Coaster?
It might be. Is the Village People in it? It stars Steven Guttenberg because they changed the title. It's got 2 different titles.
I don't know, not Village People.
Let me see. Let me look it up.
I'm on Steve Guttenberg's IMDb here.
It's one of his first movies.
Miracle on Ice? No. Can't Stop the Music. That's it.
Yes, there you go.
And we're right next Reddit. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's like 3 years into his career. Yeah, they did an episode on that, I believe, on How Did This Get Made?
Yeah.
Which is the reason I started that podcast.
Right.
So, yeah, this is a Village People one.
Hilarious. I want to see it.
Guttenberg.
This movie looks amazing. It looks so bad.
So you didn't watch the movie, but you watched the documentary of the guy behind it.
Yes.
Okay.
And they showed scenes and clips from the movie, and you're just like, what the fuck? How have I never heard of this movie? Like, this is insanity. Yeah, look at this movie. The Village People star in it.
Can you believe Village People are in this movie?
This is basically the gayest movie ever made. Next to Friday the Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
This guy turned out to be like Freddie Mercury. Look at this guy.
Oh yeah, no, Oh yeah, there's a lot of. There you go. That's one of the Village People.
That's an attractive man right there.
Is he dead? Did he have AIDS?
Oh, I don't know.
He's still alive. Oh, good. Good for him. He beat it.
Dad.
He beat it.
Him? Alive. Older than my dad.
Hey, all right.
This guy's definitely dead. Looking at him. Nope. Way older than my dad. Damn.
No, I think he's on the documentary.
Randy Jones, Cowboy. All alive. How are these guys still alive?
Yeah, they didn't take it in the butt.
This guy's dead. Leatherman. Nope. Yep. Dead. 2001, 50.
Oh, that's 2001, 50? Yeah, that's
This reminds me of something I watched. Since we're done with your list, let's discuss my list.
Cruising?
No, I watched season 10 and season 11 and 12 of American Horror Story.
Oh, my God.
Season 10, 11, and 12? Something like that.
Whatever.
11 and 12. I forget what I watched. Anyway, season 10 is 2 parts. It's the double feature season. I have a whole podcast for this, so I'm going to be real brief. First half is like a weird vampire thing where if you take a pill, you like need human blood, but you can write the most amazing stuff or sing whatever your artistic endeavor is. Actually, really fucking solid. It's only 7 episodes. That's it. Real quick. No, 6 episodes. Macaulay Culkin, that's the one he's in. He's fantastic in it. Macaulay Culkin is an actual good fucking actor. He was great in it. I loved every scene he's in. he was one of the best people on there, honestly. And everyone else has worked with Ryan Murphy for fucking years, so that's saying a lot. He just stepped right in and seamless, and that caught me by surprise. I was like, oh, here's Macaulay. Here we go. Oh shit, he's good. I was hoping to be like, Red Letter Media. I was hoping to watch it like with a jest.
Right.
I was like, oh no, he's actually really fucking good, and I actually care about his character.
He's no Corey Feldman.
No. I think we both like Macaulay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He seems like a really good dude.
Yeah, I think he's a good guy. Yeah.
He was great in it. I really enjoyed every single scene he's in. I was more invested than I was scenes that he's not.
Right.
The main character, Finn Whitrock, is a Ryan Murphy or in American Horror Story regular. He's great. Everyone's fucking great in it. That part of the season was fantastic. No complaints. Part 2 kicks in, and it's like a 1950s alien thing, black and white. I hated it. I hated it so fucking much, and it was 4 episodes, and it just dragged.
Wow.
And it was Ryan Murphy rewriting history like Tarantino is now, just kind of, here's what this is why this happened, and this. And that part was fine, but it was the alien shit where I was like, I don't care. They take over the world and blah, blah, blah. The next season starts, and that was, I believe, that was season 11. And that was the reason I was thinking of this character from Stop the Music, is that's the New York City season. And that's like New York City gay culture back in the 80s. AIDS crisis, and it comes about like with a serial killer stalking the gay people of New York City.
Yeah, it's called the movie Cruising.
Yeah, no, but they do it. I will agree. It is that he definitely took that, and then you can tell Ryan Murphy watched that movie and made it into this. Because he turns it. I fucking love this season. I feel like most people are like, fucking gays. Like, who cares? Gays. You see like a lot of dudes, going at it. And I'm like, I don't care. This stuff doesn't bother me. But I was watching it. I'm like, I thought it was going to be just allegory for the AIDS crisis. This killer is AIDS and he's killing gay people. You know what I mean? Right. But he does that, and he does an actual serial killer with the cops are going after him. And it works on both levels. And I didn't expect it to work so well, to the point where I actually really, really cared. And I've never said that about American Horror Story ever.
Well, do you think he took that and put it into the Jeffrey Dahmer story?
Yeah.
It's basically the same idea, the same storyline, basically.
But you see how restrained he was during Jeffrey Dahmer? There's not a bunch of gay sex and murder.
I didn't watch it. I don't have Netflix.
No, Jeffrey Dahmer, the Monsters Jeffrey Dahmer season is very...
Yeah.
It's very fucking good.
Yeah.
Because he used all of that stuff in American Horror Story, and it works here, and I'm glad he didn't put it in Jeffrey Dahmer because
it's a true story. It's a true story. You don't want to see that based on reality.
I'm so fucking glad he separated it. For once, he like woke up and was like, all right, I'll be respectful.
And the best part, but what I've seen, the best part is when they're watching Return of the Jedi. The Emperor is so cool. Emperor Palpatine is so cool.
No, I told you my favorite part is, do you want to watch The Exorcist 3?
Yeah.
Oh, it's fantastic favorite horror movies. Oh no.
But speaking of cruising, I heard this. I gotta find this sketch. I guess SCTV did a sketch with Dave Thomas. Dave Thomas of that era, but of the movie.
He's one of the brothers.
Rick Moranis. What's it? Strange Brew.
What is their name? The brothers.
I forget. I couldn't tell you. But
SCTV is amazing.
But there's a bit they did called Thanksgiving Cruising, where it's David Thomas in leather and a mustache, and he's fisting a turkey. and they're buttering it up. They're going, you gotta take care of that turkey for Thanksgiving. And he's fisting it. It's hilarious. I want to see this sketch. It sounds amazing.
You haven't seen it?
No, I heard him talk about it. He said like the genius of Dave Thomas, and this was in the fucking 80s when you wouldn't think this would be on TV.
I grew up on SCTV because I grew up in Canada.
Yeah.
SCTV was like
it's a good show.
Dave Thomas.
Cruising or whatever, or Dave Thomas in leather. You could probably put. See if that pops up. Just hilarious.
SCTV Turkey.
SCTV.
All right, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Let me know if this audio works. This is our first time doing this on this platform. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down immediately.
This Thursday at 9, watch for the SCTV premiere of The Cruisin' Gourmet.
Okay, how you doing? Today the gourmet is going to teach you how to stuff a turkey, okay? What you do first of all is tenderize it with this.
Oh, God, it's funny.
Okay, now the bird is tender. Now what you got to do is make sure the bird is dead with this. Hey, you dead? Huh? Hey, you dead? Huh? 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 The bird is dead. Now we're gonna stuff the bird.
I've never seen this, but I heard about it. That's funny.
Yeah, that's good, huh? What's your preference, beaks or cheeks, huh? Okay, let's go.
I grew up on that.
Man. If you've seen Cruising,
Canadian
you know
TV,
what he's talking about.
But like every once in a while, they do shit like this. Like Red Green had another show on SCTV, or not SCTV, but in Canada that they would do. He would just randomly something like, "Oh my god, how are they doing this on TV?"
Yeah, and it's like BBC. They're nationally paid for it. It's all their tax dollars paying for that.
Yeah, I know. I grew up on Canadian TV because it was so much better than the American sitcoms in the early '90s. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, probably.
Holy shit.
You didn't watch Friends?
Yeah. No, this is before Friends. Like when I would watch this, I was seriously like 7, 8 when I was watching this stuff.
Step by Step, Family Matters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, that's those shows.
I hated Full House.
Full House, yeah.
I would turn this on and be like, what is happening?
Sorry to tell you, though, David Coulier, stage 3 cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, he got diagnosed with lymphoma or something, and it's very sad. So,
how am I ever going to go down on him in a theater again?
I know. I mean, he told me he loved me.
Dave Coulier we're very sidetracked. I don't know. I've come to appreciate him despite hating Full House.
He's the voice of Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Peter Venkman.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that show was on for that long.
He plays the second Peter Venkman.
Yes, because Lorenzo Music is the first one.
Yeah.
Who was also the voice of Garfield.
Yeah. Let's get back to our lists. All right. I'll start in July. We'll speed run through mine. I watched the movie Soul from Disney.
No one cares.
No one cares. I would say I liked it more than I expected.
Right, yeah.
I rewatched Snatch.
That's a classic.
I watched Kentucky Fried Movie again.
Oh, good. Yes, very good. N-word!
I have a question.
Yes.
Is it good?
It's funny.
I didn't laugh. Didn't laugh at all.
You didn't like the Fistful of Yen?
No, it's way too. It's like half the movie.
Well, yeah, it's half the movie. Yeah. Well, that's the very first. That's the very first spoof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got it, and I laughed, and then it went on another 27 minutes.
A lot of boobies.
It was. Some of the sketches are funny, but you get like to the things you hear are hilarious throughout your whole life, like the "I'm nuts" thing.
Right. Yeah.
And you're like, not funny.
Show me your nuts.
Show me
how
your
you doing? How you doing? Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
And it's like, that wasn't funny. I rewatched You're Next, and I liked it a lot more this time around. It was a very early episode of this podcast. It was like episode 9.
And Your Next was the one with not Samara Weaving. This is the one with the family gets killed because
the family's behind it. Yeah,
the family's behind it. Yeah, because it's about money.
Yeah, and I feel like the first time I watched it, I was not in a good headspace. But this time, I was like, all right, I'll just watch it, and then.
Yes, it's enjoyable.
Yeah, you know how you're in like certain moods when you watch.
Oh yeah,
and you're like,
Yeah, for sure.
Deadpool and Wolverine was one that I mentioned in the last episode where I'm like, it just wasn't in the right headspace. I was in a bad mood.
Right.
I went into the movie. I rewatched Saw 1 through 9 again, which is like my annual.
God!
And I don't know why.
I've seen Saw 1. I never saw any of the Saws. That's the only one I saw was with you in the theater. That was the one and only Saw I ever going to watch.
Do you know what? And I mentioned I took 2 separate girls to see Saw at the same time.
Yeah.
You were my third.
That's hilarious.
I think you might have been like the first, and then I took them after. I don't know.
I think we saw it. I think we saw it opening day.
It was pretty close. You and I would see movies close opening day.
Yeah, I think we want to see them.
Nowadays, I'm like, it opens now, so I'll see it in 3.5 weeks when nobody's there.
Yeah.
Except Heretic. We saw Heretic the day after opening.
Yeah.
And we're like looking around, I'm like, nobody's here. And then the movie ends, and then we realize how packed the theater was.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
People filter in slowly.
Yeah.
Like people are coming in the last trailer.
Yeah.
Nobody came in after the movie started, though. That was a good sign. People actually wanted to watch the movie. I watched Cinderella remake. I watched The Rental, a Dave Franco directed movie. It was okay.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that. And I'm always like, I don't think I could watch anything directed by a Franco. I just can't do it.
It was fine. It was very predictable. I watched The Nun 2.
Oh, that sucks. That movie sucks.
Oh, so you have a different experience with that than I do. Did you watch the first one?
Yeah, it sucked as well. I hate them both.
I hate the first Nun.
You like the second Nun?
Second, and I was watching the second one. This is one of those things like me and my wife watch Matalo. We watched that, and then we're sitting there watching. I'm like, oh, they're killing kids. They're killing fucking nuns like gruesomely, and I'm like, okay. And I look up, why is this R? And the last one was PG-13. And I look it up and I go, oh, the previous one's R.
Yeah.
But it's why was the first one so like nothing happens?
The budget, they want to keep it cheap.
They cut away. It's PG-13 like cutaways. Like But I'm like the second one is gruesome. It sucks. It still sucks. But at least they tried with that sort of thing. Like if you're gonna make it off for fucking reason.
When they had the goat monster kill the girls, they shove the horn through the door, all that shit. Like, what is that? Ah! All that shit. All right, I get it. It's a
French guy. Who cares about the fucking French guy?
You know what took me out of the movie? I think this is what took me out of the movie. It's what 1930s France, or is it France, or is it like Italy or somewhere? It's like
60s, isn't it?
Something like that. It's period, but they have like the black nun is like an American.
52, Romania.
Yeah, Romania. They didn't have black people in Romania in 1952, so you can't have a black actress play a nun in that movie.
Do you think they didn't get slaves?
No, not Romania. That place didn't like that shit.
Romania is the king of people moving around, though.
No, not in 1952. You wouldn't have a black nun at a nunnery in 1952 Romania.
I don't disagree, but let's move on because I have a long list. I watched Abigail. Did you watch that?
Is that the one with
the tiny girl vampire movie?
I want to see it. That's what I want to see.
Watch it.
Yeah, Dan Stevens, and I love him. And I want to see it.
And that's part of me and my wife love Dan Stevens as well. Yeah. We put it on, and then her sister was there as well, and we're watching. I'm like, this movie's fucking good. Like I didn't be like another, because we watched Last Voyage of the Demeter before that, and the movie is fine, but this is way fucking better. Like this was good. Where I'm like, oh, I didn't know this is gonna be a good movie. I'm caught off guard.
Did you not see the trailers for it? Is that why?
I did.
Yeah. Oh, you did? You saw the trailers for Abigail?
I knew she was a little vampire girl.
Okay. But you didn't know that her father is Dracula.
No, none of that plays really. It doesn't matter.
Is that what in the movie though? Is that what happens in the movie?
Don't know. Don't.
Oh, okay.
Don't remember, so it didn't really matter.
Okay. Yeah, I still want to see that one. That's somebody to watch this. It was on Peacock, so I don't have it.
Watch it with lowered expectations. Like I expect to be blown away. This here's a stupid movie. Oh wow, sort of thing. Yeah, those are my favorite movies. Is wow, here's a stupid movie. Oh wow, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
That's why I say Trap blew me away, because I was like, oh, I expected just a stupid, like way stupider than it really is.
Don't say it blew you away.
Blew me away.
Say it lightly whiffed my hair.
I saw Pet Cemetery Bloodlines, and it's immediately out of my memory.
See, I can't remember if I saw that or not either.
Yes, do not ask me a single follow-up. I remember houses in the middle of nowhere, and they go inside, and I remember going, that was fine. I liked it better than the first one.
Did you watch Salem's Lot?
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once, finally.
Oh, finally? Okay. Too long. Should have been 20 minutes shorter. I think it was too long.
Fine.
I enjoyed it. It's just too long. I think it's stupid. The finger scene you could totally cut out. That's so dumb.
Yeah, the hot dog fingers.
Yeah. It's
like a joke when she's climbing up the stairs and then it goes right in his face, right in her face. That was, and it paid off. So
yeah.
I mean,
I get what they were going with that.
I love the movie though. I love the message. I didn't expect to love it as much as I did, but I was thoroughly surprised. I don't know if he deserved an Oscar, but here we are.
No, but whatever. Shame on Indiana Jones and Lucasfilm for not taking advantage of putting him in that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Because they had time. They were reshooting the fucking thing. Put him in the movie and make that character come back. It would have been 10 times better.
Can't discuss it because I haven't seen it yet.
Dial of Destiny is junk.
I rewatched Flags of Our Fathers.
I need to watch that one again. I saw it in theaters. I haven't seen it since.
Obviously, Ryan Phillippe, and then the Indian guy, the Indian actor. I forget his name. He is fantastic in that movie.
Oh, he's a good actor.
Incredible in that movie.
Yeah, I like
me and my wife watched something else with him in it, and I was like, you know, it's a better movie with him in it, and I put this on.
Wind Talkers.
Yeah, and that's it.
Is that the one you watched?
You and I watched Wind Talkers for Nick Cage cast, and so I was like, you know what? Other war movie he's in that he's way better.
Yeah.
And he is incredible in that. He saves the movie for me. It's not right.
He's a good actor. He's in a lot of stuff.
Great.
He's very good.
I watched all 3 seasons of Dark because of Frank.
I saw the first season of Dark, and I didn't finish the second because my girlfriend stopped seeing me.
Fair enough. It is a fantastic show. It is a very bleak show.
Yes.
Does not grow at all. And that is my criticism with it.
I saw
all the way through.
I saw a YouTube video, like basically explaining like the awful stuff of Dark. I saw the first season, and then when they said, "Oh, season 2 and 3, this character is actually the same guy." And, oh my God, it's like 3 different timelines in one.
By the time you get to the 3rd season, even if you're paying close attention like I was, because you know how I watch, like if I'm into something, I'll sit there and like I'm looking it up as I'm going, like what is happening. 3rd season, I don't fucking care. Here we go. Oh, okay, sure. It takes a lot for me to give up, and I was during the 3rd season where I'm like, you know what? I'll wait. I'll wait for the explanation. I'll wait for the, and I did understand it. It wasn't too smart for me. It was just too bleak. Where I'm like, you have to build on the bleakness,
right?
And either become like, you know, it's not as bleak as you think it is. It's not, you know what I mean? Like you have to have some sort of growth either one way or the other. If you go further in the bleakness, that's fine. The problem is it rides this line and never deviates from that line.
Right.
It's like just as bleak, and like time is just a construct. The beginning and the end are the same. And they have long conversations, and I'm like, yes, I understand. The last episode, you said the same speech, and every episode has the same fucking speech, and it just never changes. And I'm like, everything is bleak, and it's like, great.
Thanks, World War II.
But it makes sense that Frank loved this show and Black Mirror, the bleak episodes, because I hated I don't like bleakness unless it pays off.
Right.
Like, it follows as bleak, but it pays off because the characters learn to.
Right.
Like they give in to the bleakness, but it's their choice because they tried everything and they're like, all right, it's The Ring. I hate because it's bleakness and they can't give in and they just die. And you're like,
right. Yeah.
That's the bleakness I fucking hate. And that's where darkness sticks. But it is interesting to watch and definitely worthwhile. It is a fantastic show. I had to watch it in English. I don't recommend that.
Yeah.
Although it is the best dubbing I've ever heard. but I have 3 kids. I had to watch it in dubbed because I could not sit there and stare at the screen while I'm like,
They shouldn't be subjugated to the German language.
yeah, I don't believe in that. No.
9.
Dark is incredible. I'll say that. But you gotta be in for the bleakness.
Oh yeah.
Chernobyl is the second bleakest thing I watched on our break.
Right.
Chernobyl is not as bleak as Dark. Think of that.
Yeah.
The only reason it could be darker is because it's real. But
right.
As a watching experience.
Right.
You know what was bleaker though? The Emoji Movie.
Right.
My daughter put that on. That's all I'll say about that. I watched The Exorcist Believer. I don't remember any of it.
That the Blum movie?
The Blum, yeah.
The one that was supposed to be a trilogy, but they canceled because it failed so miserably.
Yeah.
And now Mike Flanagan is doing The Exorcist next year.
And as much as I was like, oh, when you sent me that link today, I was like, oh, this is a good sign for Mike Flanagan.
It's Mike Flanagan again. Yeah, you can't.
About him.
Yeah.
The more disgusted you are at the headline, the better the movie's gonna be.
Yeah.
I was pretty fucking disgusted when you sent that to me. So I was like, ooh, like,
Mike Flanagan.
This could be up there with Exorcist 3. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know.
It could be like 1, 3, and then this remake, like in our rankings.
Yeah.
3, 1, then the remake. I watched the second and third Quiet Place movies.
I've seen the second one, and I have not seen the third. The third one was the prequel, though.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, I've seen the second one.
I do a thing for her. The girl in the third one, the prequel from Black Panther. What's her name?
Napita Longo.
Napito Longo. I do a thing for her. Yeah.
She's very dark.
Okay.
Like the show.
She's sorry.
She's very dark.
I was watching my.
She's like Wesley Snipes. She's Wesley Snipes.
My
dark.
wife. Sorry.
Yes.
No, she gets to do the same thing during Thor or Ryan Phillippe. Then I get to do that with her movies.
Sure.
Yeah. Everyone has their thing, and she hits she center mass.
I get that way when I watch Wicked when she's in green skin. If somebody has green skin, it turns me on. It's weird.
That fucking girl, it's Star Wars or Star Trek. Sorry.
The Andorian slave girl. I don't know why, but it's hot. The green Hulk. When she's the Hulk, she's an awful human being, but she's hot when she's the Hulk. Even though she's thick like that.
I got pissed off at that girl from Wicked because
she's an idiot.
Darken out her face, make it look like the show
Broadway poster. Yeah.
All they're doing is say this looks like the Broadway poster. That's all they did.
No, she should shut her fucking mouth.
You're erasing my identity, and it's like, shut the fuck up, you lunatic.
She's awful. But I love her because she's a great actor. She's great in The Outsider, and she's great in Harry Tubman movie.
Francis Ford Coppola's The Outsiders?
Not The Outsiders, The Outsider.
Oh,
Jason Bateman directed with Ben Mendelsohn. HBO miniseries with Patty Constantine.
It's Stephen King. It's on my list.
Yeah, it's good. It's worth watching.
I have my Stephen King list and then my watch list. So I'm getting the Stephen King first, but some of those things are hard to find. I'm working through my Stephen King, and we'll get to that next month up here in my October stuff.
Oh, okay.
But now we're into September. I watched Despicable Me 3 and 4.
Wonderful.
Inside Out 2. No comments about.
You like it?
It's fine.
Everybody said Inside Out 2 was amazing.
It's
fine. It's the greatest animated movie ever made, or something.
Who the fuck said that? The first one is incredible.
No, that's right. Because the second one made $1 billion.
I will say this: the first one, because I have mental health issues. I have depression.
Who said that?
A doctor in my medicine.
Wrong.
I will say the first one. The first one, I openly wept in the theater.
Right.
I don't care. I cry a lot during movies.
It happens.
The first one, though, I didn't realize it was going to be that. So I was like, and it was like being sad is okay. Just do not of the human experience. And sadness feeds into happiness, and that feeds. And I was like, holy shit! And I was like, found myself like weeping in the theater. And I'm like, what is happening? And the second one, I was like, this is the same movie. This is the same fucking movie. Just
Sarcasm Canyon.
The second one is because it's the exact same fucking movie as the first one, only with anxiety and puberty added. That's it. That's the only difference. So no, the second one is not amazing. Only if you haven't seen the first one.
So is puberty like an awkward hair monster? Is that what it is? Like
No.
Oh, okay.
It's maybe it's anxiety, and she's kind of high strung and darting around. But then, did you see the first one?
No.
Okay. So the first one, Happiness gets booted from the main control room. Control is where you can tell the person what you.
I saw the trailer.
Gets booted by Sadness, and she goes down or gets down there with Sadness, and all these. She's out of control up there.
She's down with the Sadness.
She has to find a way through the memories and the subconscious to come back and take control again. And
more of a story.
Sadness is actually important, and she hugs the memories, and like the memories of sadness feeds into and it's really fucking touching. It is truly touching.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And then the second one is anxiety kicks her out, and she has to go through the memory. It's the same fucking thing.
Right.
So I was watching it. I'm like, they waited like 8 years and nothing. They had nothing but the same fucking movie. So no, the second one is not fucking incredible. The first one is incredible. Don't just skip the rest. I finally finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It was hard to watch after Andre Brogner died.
Yeah.
He's so fucking. He's one of the best things about that show. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I didn't see it. I didn't watch that show.
Okay.
Good, but I can't watch all these shows.
No, I would say watch that. You like it.
No.
Do you like The Office?
Oh, the parts that I've seen, yeah.
Okay. So it's one of those rewatchable shows like The Office where you can just watch wherever and pick up. But it definitely does pay off to watch it first through, It does need to end 2 seasons earlier, just like The Office does.
Right, yeah.
But you can kind of find something in the seasons that after it should have ended. But I also watched Banshee.
Okay, yeah, you enjoyed that. You told me that you enjoyed that one. That was
the other
fun.
Frank recommended show. I watched this one first, and then Dark. Those are the 2 shows he's been telling me to watch for 15 years, 10 years. I don't know however long I've known Frank. It feels like an eternity. No, he's doing great, by the way. His second kid has been born.
Yeah, good.
Charlotte.
Did he have his surgery?
Jackson? No, I don't think he did.
Yeah.
I told him about mine, but Charlotte is fucking adorable. Jackson is way better than I expected every time I see him.
Yeah.
No, I love watching because I actually watched through his wife's through Missy's reels or whatever, and Facebook.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, he is big. Jackson is big now. Because no one's younger than a little bit younger. I forget how old Jackson's older.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so, yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Seems like it'd be more between them. Anyway, Jackson, because of not having autism, he's like and I'm like, oh, that's what he should be doing, because no one is not talking yet. I'm like, oh, the kid looks.
My sister didn't really talk till she was about 4.
Yeah,
she's fine. She ended up being all right.
No, she'll be fine. He'll be fine. I'm not worried about that at all. I'm just saying, watching his kid and my kid, and then no one's cousin. I'm like, oh, he's clearly behind with the speaking thing, and I'm like,
everybody's different, but you just gotta catch it.
Definitely mean to bring this up, but
he'll be fine.
I'm like, God damn, Jackson's doing well. Charlotte is adorable. Frank, I clearly you're doing well. I got number 4 on the way here shortly.
Just as long as he's not pulling out his pud again and saying, like what Nolan, or was Nolan doing that? He's whipping out his pud. He
still is. No, he's growing out of that.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's the thing I worry about is if that kept going. I'm 8 years old. Ah!
Not to talk about a child's penis too much, but Nolan has a adult-sized penis.
Oh, there you go. He's set.
And I keep being like, he has his mother's penis, that thing. And I'm like, I don't have a small, and I'm not trying to or even talk bad about myself, but I'm like, this toddler, this 2-year-old should not. He wakes up and it's like, hello, father. I'm like, dude,
I'm a sandworm, Dad.
It's the thing. It's like
wow.
It is obscene.
Well, it's that Hawaiian. It's the Islander bulk. He's got the bulkness from the Hawaiian side.
Weird for me to show you my son's penis. I would show you, and you'd be like, that'd be your first reaction is, holy shit.
Oh my Lord.
Anyway, let's talk about some movies. Not My Son's Penis, which is I'm so sorry if you're watching this, Nolan, like years later. I love you.
When you're
More than
watching
you
it.
can know.
Oh God. That's what I
Let's move on to something real quick. Archer. I watched seasons 10 through 14 finally.
Is that show done though?
No, it's done. Yeah, that's
It's
done.
all done, right? Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah. But I was way behind, and I finally caught up. Jessica Walter died.
Yes.
Yada.
Yes.
Me and my wife watched Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, seasons 1 and 2.
Why?
Because I do a Walking Dead podcast.
I know, but God, why? Why?
That's it. No, that's Daryl Dead ones are fine.
Are they?
There's 6 episodes a season. There's only 2 seasons. If you're gonna watch Walking Dead, that's where you need to do it, not the actual Walking Dead show.
Right, as you say, yeah.
I watched the Fear Street trilogy on Netflix.
Oh, right, yeah, the 1980, 84, 97, 1666.
94, 76, and 1666.
Right.
Pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I wanted to watch that.
You think it'd be for kids because it's R.L. Stein's Fear Street, but no. I would say watch those and watch them with a grain of salt, sort of thing.
Right.
I watched Civil War.
Yeah, I saw clips of it. I just couldn't get into it. I was like, I'll watch it
during, and I'm like, I was not into Kirsten Dunst beforehand in her entire life, but now that she's old and beaten up, she's kind of entered my crosshairs.
She's been Plemmonized.
Jesse Plemons has definitely taken her life force back because he's lost his way.
Exactly, he sucked her dry. Yeah,
but I
he's
will say,
absorbed her.
I was watching this and I'm like, she's completely sad in this movie. She doesn't speak that much unless she has to, sort of character. And I was like, yeah, that got to me.
I like your despair.
I thought I was going to turn on a movie and be like, here's stupid action. And then I was like, Kirsten Dunst, okay.
My shirt-ons.
Because, in 1994 is the first time I saw her, Interview with the Vampire. She's a little bit younger than I am, I think.
Right, yeah.
So I've known her since she was a child. And so I saw her in Spider-Man, I'm like, nah. I saw her in all these other things, I'm like, nah. Then suddenly 2024, I'm like, yeah.
Interesting.
It looks like she's given up on life and could fall for me.
I like what I smell.
I'm like the goddamn, like a penguin or a shark circling the tank when they're throwing in the carp.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of carp, Exorcist 3, I'm like that, where I'm like kind of giving up on life. I'm just waiting for you to kill me.
Right.
Just kill me. I fantasize shooting that thing.
Shoot me, Bill, now! Kill me now!
I did my trilogy.
Oh.
There was 3 space movies I've been wanting to watch, and I put it on a list. I always like compartmentalize movies in my head, you know that. And it's Life, Arrival, and Passengers. 3 space movies that came out at the same time.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch them, and finally I watched them all at once.
Which one was the better one of the 3?
Oh God, let me.
Your opinion.
Life is worst.
Really? It's worse than Passengers.
Life, Arrival, Passengers.
Whoa! I was expecting Arrival to maybe be top on that, but I guess not.
Yeah, but Dick, you know me. I prefer character stuff more than the up its own ass Hollywood stuff. So.
Well, Arrival's very good.
Go for Arrival first.
Yeah, because everybody loved that movie so much back
then.
Danny, who's overrated, I think.
I don't think he's overrated. I think his visuals are overrated.
Yes.
People because everything I see about him is about his visual. Here's this from Dune. Here's this from the fucking remake.
My brother and I were talking about that.
Blade Runner.
My brother and I, we both read the Dune book, the first one, and he's trying to finish the second one. I read the second one. Dune Messiah is actually really good. That's probably better than Dune. But the movies, the Dune and Dune Part 2, they're actually not very good adaptations. Actually, the David Lynch adaptation is better. It's just not as well made because it's very dated and it's just the acting is a little stilted, it's a little different. But this one,
well, you and I we have this conversation a lot.
Yeah.
Where a faithful adaptation is not important.
Well, this one's not even a faithful adaptation. It's streamlined. It's so simplified. They simplified it so much that it's kind of like generic. And it's just like, okay.
I think you and I would prefer adaptation that's more entertaining and things follow through the movie than they are reliable on the book beat by beat.
Right. Well, but that's what I'm saying.
Because a movie and a book are not the same fucking thing, despite how much YouTube commentators say they are.
Right.
The book is a fucking book, man.
Yeah.
You can't do everything in a book.
No.
It's just, it doesn't register the same.
No.
That's why in Watchmen he doesn't have a giant fucking squid. He cuts that out completely because it'd be so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's, you got to have this and this and this. You know, I'd rather have the characters. I don't know. We're both character people. The characters and the storyline have to follow through.
Right. Yeah.
More so than be faithful to the book, which has, you know, might have great characters too. But
right.
If the characters change because of this thing that they can't have in the movie, as long as they find an equivalent, I'm more forgiving.
Right.
But did you see Doom Part 2?
Yeah.
I haven't yet. So we will do that. We will do that because Adam.
Yes.
That's our Adam list.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I interrupt the shit out of you right now with the Dune?
No.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I will recommend a show, Dick, and you know what I'm going to say, probably. Or once I do, you'll know what I'm talking about. I only watched it because of you, because you got me obsessed with Matt Berry. And I've seen him before. Like, I knew who he was, but I didn't realize the genius of his clips and his dialogue until we started watching those, like, super clips when you were in town last in May. Do you remember? What We Do in the Shadows. And I love the movie.
Right.
You do too. It's a fantastic fucking movie. However, the movie for me, I'll just say this. Let me know if you agree or not. The movie is incredible for what it is, but I think they could have done better.
Sure. Yeah.
Had they the time and money, I think the movie is way fucking better than what it is.
Yeah.
But it is for no budget sort of thing. Like, it's like Following from Nolan. Like, that movie could have been way better, but for what he had, goddamn, it's a good movie.
Right.
Clerks, Kevin Smith, same thing. Reservoir Dogs. You know, the limited amount of money and the creativity in a bottle creates this, and that's what We Do in the Shadows. The show has a much bigger budget than the movie did, which is weird.
Right.
It is fantastic. It's still going. You know, it's going to end here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think it's the last season right now.
We're wrapping up season 6. I'm caught up. I'm not going to give anything away, but I will say fucking watch it. It's on Hulu.
Right.
Watch the show. It is so goddamn worth it. And not even because of Matthew Berry. It's because of Guillermo's character. I forget his name, his real name. What We Do. What is his real name? He is. He's surprisingly hilarious. Guillermo. He plays Guillermo de la Cruz. His name is Harvey Guillen. He plays like the vampire familiar.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Crazy story arc,
right?
Character arc, which is all over the place, and that's kind of the chaos of the show. Is that the vampires don't really have the chaotic life? It's surprisingly, it's the familiar that has the crazy life around them.
Right.
And that's kind of what catches you off guard with the show. Is because I was waiting for the vampires to do this crazy shit, but a lot of it springs because of what he does, which is a nice surprise. Because the familiar and the cameraman in the movie don't really matter.
Right.
The cameramen matter more than the familiar does.
Enough with your sex potions.
Yeah. Fuck off. I won't be sidetracked with this sex potion. Oh, man. But Mark Prosh plays Colin Robinson. He's an energy vampire in the show. He's also in the Office. He plays one of the downstairs workers with Daryl. For those who watch The Office. Oh, my God. He has the best episode in the entire series. And it was directed by Jermaine Clement.
Oh, okay.
You know, he and him and Taika Waititi and the other guy were all in the show a couple times.
Are they?
They have like a vampire council, and they all show up as their same characters.
That's funny.
And hey, god damn, he has like mind powers where he suddenly gets off on like everything, and he's throwing people across an office. It is fucking hilarious. Watch the show. you will not regret it. I put it off for way too long, and I didn't because I knew I would like it the second I saw a trailer for it.
Yeah.
I still put it off because I was like, I'll watch this and this and this. But I caught up in like 2 weeks.
Well, it's nice about it. They're 24-minute episodes.
Yeah.
You can watch like 5 in 2 hours and you're ready to go. You know, it's like,
yeah,
that works. I can watch this. And
they're only 10 episodes a season.
Yeah.
They're doing 11 in the last season, but and they said they're not going to be super dramatic about the ending. They're just going to end it. And I'm like, that is nice. Because it's not a show that needs like, oh, I'm dying. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, just fucking end it. We're done. All right. And everyone loves the fucking show that watches it. I don't think you can watch it and hate it. I really don't.
Right.
Because if you get past episode 1, you're in. That's your sense of humor. Then you're going to love it. Matt Berry has so many memorable lines from that show. He makes his mother's vulva out of a tree outside. Stupid. And the werewolves piss on it. He gets so bad. You have to watch it, Dick. Please.
I'm going to. Yeah, I need to watch that one.
Just watch it and let's watch it evolve, because that's the fun of this kind of show. I'll
probably watch it tomorrow because I don't get to go. I can stay home tomorrow, so I can watch everything.
Kyle Newacek, that we know that we went to school with, he directed a bunch of episodes. He's a producer, and then Lorna something or other, she's a director as well. They kind of go back and forth for a while, and it's just a good pairing. That's the best part of the show is when they're hitting their back and forth stride, because they're in simpatico. It is perfect. But Salem's Lot. I can cover a few of my things here. I watched the 79 TV again because I watched the new one, the 2024. If you don't mind, I'll go in chronological order.
Please.
I fucking hate the 79 version. I always have. I always will, it turns out.
It's so boring. It's so boring.
You said you liked it.
No. I did not say I like Salem's Lot. I said Return to Salem's Lot I enjoyed, because Return to Salem's Lot is crazy.
Dare I pull up our messenger where you doubt you?
I think I was talking about Return to Salem's Lot.
No, sir. I wasn't watching that yet. And you're like, the vampire stuff is better in Salem's Lot 1979 than 2024. And I was like, no.
Oh, no, that's probably true.
No.
Okay, yeah. I would say yes, because when they're at the window in 79, it was better, I think.
The one scene. Okay.
Yeah. Because the rest of the movie is the new Salem's Lot. It's do. Whoa!
No, I don't disagree. Stupid. I don't disagree. I will say I hate. So here's me going into 2024 Salem's Lot. I fucking hate the original.
Yes.
It's why I've always hated Tobe Hooper.
Yes.
That's why I always shit talk him, because I hate that fucking TV movie. It's so fucking boring and so long. It's only 3 hours, but it feels like 8. So I turn on the 2024 and I'm like, all right, I know the whole storyline because I've seen the original. And I'm like, I was trash talking it to you we were live. I was like live tweeting it basically. I was like, fucking, this is so stupid. Who is this guy? Who is it? We didn't realize it was Bill Pullman's son in real time.
Yeah.
His real son, not like, what's her name? Not Maika Monroe, real daughter, or fake daughter.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I didn't realize that was his real son. So I'm like, who is this guy? Please don't be our main character. And it keeps going. I'm like, oh no, he is. And then every side character they introduce, I'm like, this guy's great. Please be our main character.
Oh,
everyone, every single person I met. So I was like immediately talking it from shit point. So I hated it. And I'm like, this is the worst script ever. Messaging you. And then we get to the halfway point and I'm like, and then suddenly the vampires start showing up. And I'm like, oh, this is actually effective. The way they're doing the vampires, the way the sun is shown, the theater outside in the drive-through theater, the trunks of the cars. And I'm like, every time they show the vampire, like when she sits up and when they're in the lab and they make a big cross out of jump suppressors, I'm like, this is actually effective. I actually like this.
Wow.
And it was because the original fucking sucks.
The original's got, it's just boring.
It's boring and it sucks. Like, I actually feel like they increased the stakes, they increased the quality of everything with the vampires. I'm specifying the vampires in the remake, and it made me enjoy it. Actually, I think I gave it a 6. I was like, I like the vampires in this. I don't like the characters at all.
I do know that they cut that movie down considerably.
I think I'm the person that should watch the original.
The new Salem's Lot. It was like a 3-hour cut. I think they trimmed it down to what it was. But it was supposed to come out in theaters, and it was supposed to come out like 2 years ago. And they just dumped it in HBO Max.
But I was watching the movie with my wife, and I was laughing so fucking hard because it cuts to a radio station that the girl's listening to, and it's like, it's August 23rd, 1976, and here comes your, and I was like, oh, it's August 23rd, 1976.
Yeah.
Who
Period.
Every day. Who says that? And I was laughing. I was making fun of it. My wife's like, oh, sorry, when does this take place? I'm like, oh, it's August 23rd, 1976, of course.
That's going to be 65 degrees outside. Enjoy this new one from Ted Nugent.
Yeah, the script in the first half is just the worst fucking thing I've ever seen.
Well, you know who the director is.
And the second half, I actually really enjoyed the vampire stuff.
The writer-director of Salem's Lot is the same guy that did The Nun.
Oh, really?
And the Abigail movies. He's a screenwriter for all the Blumhouse, or not Blumhouse, the James Wan.
Gary
Dolan. Yeah, that guy. Fucking terrible.
Here's what I'm talking about with and if you disagree with like the quality of the movie, I don't think you can say the visuals are bad because look at this.
No, it's just the movie itself has no teeth to it.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
I think this is more effective than the original. You don't. That's fine. I think it's because you've seen that original scene like on a replay of like horror movie clips.
Oh yeah.
In your memory, but this is actually more effective to me. And this scene is way fucking better than the original. This girl's way forgettable.
Yeah, I forgot.
See, I like this scene where she wakes up and then tries to attack him. This guy, I was like, that's not a main character. No. Who's this?
Sure, I can be what was it on MST3K? Sure, I can be a unlikable character.
No, it's I can be a bad actor in an unappealing movie, unappealing actor in a. Ah, damn it! That's one of my favorite ones. Last time we brought this up, I nailed it, and now I can't.
Yeah.
I'm an unappealing actor in a bad movie. Sure, that's what it is.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it reminded me of From, where the cinematography is good, the atmosphere is good. It's The Watchers. They nailed everything except the script.
Right.
Everything looks good. It feels good. Like, look at this. Everything's good. That's great. It gets to, this is also horrible blue screen, by the way. Yeah. I love it. I was laughing so hard during the scene, but it gets, everything's fine. Look at that. That's way better than the original. No, I'm not saying it's great. I'm saying it's way better than the original.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
No, it's scarier. Everything works better. It's just the movie's not that good.
You have a whore in your room.
Oh no, I need to cancel. Yeah, you're not allowed to have visitors. You have a whore up there, don't you?
I smell pussy. Get her out of here.
That's our time of month. Get her out of here.
Oh my God, is she a vampire? No,
that woman is very. What year is it? It's 70. I know it's August 23rd, 1976, but what year is it? God damn, lady.
Man.
I watched the original, and I fucking hated it again for the third time. And then I watched a Return to Salem's Lot for the first time, and I'm like, it's a Larry Charles. No, Larry. Is Larry Charles?
Larry Charles. Yeah, Larry Charles. Yeah.
So I got confused. I was going to say the other name.
Band.
No, yeah. No, Larry Charles. Why am I confusing? So it's Larry Charles. Also did It's Alive. Is that the same Larry Charles that did like Borat?
No, that's Larry
Cohen.
Larry Cohen. Yeah, that's what it is.
Larry Cohen. Someone else. Larry.
This guy wrote the Phone Booth movie.
All right, I'm looking up who did Borat.
Oh, that's a different guy.
No, that's Larry Charles. Same guy.
Larry Charles. Yeah.
I think we have the wrong name here.
No, Larry Charles is the guy who did Borat, but he quit midway through. We're thinking Leonard Cohen, I think.
No, Leonard Cohen's a singer.
Oh, wait, that's right. Hallelujah. No,
What am I looking up? It's Alive.
I know.
We had this worked out before. Larry Cohen. So I was opposite, but I was right.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Is It's Alive and
A lot of stuff.
Return to Sam's Lot.
Oh yeah, he's done. He did. It's
Charlie,
Alive.
Ball Rat, and then the
Maniac Cop.
Yeah.
Cellular. He did the story. He did phone
He's the
booth.
Schlot guy. Look at this fucking IMDb picture and tell me he's not the Schlot guy. Look at this dude.
Oh, absolutely, he's the Schlot guy. Yeah.
Look at him.
Look at that. It's fantastic.
He did that Nick Cage movie where he talks in the ridiculous accent. That's Larry Charles. No, Return to Sam's Lot. It was very gruesome, very violent, and way more fun than the original. I liked it. I gave it a 6.
Yeah.
Moving on. We're doing Salem's Lot. I watched season 2 of Monsters, the Menendez brothers season.
Okay.
Fantastic fucking acting. And I like Ryan Murphy more than you do.
The acting is so good, they're going to be released from prison.
Yeah.
That's what's funny about it.
I mean, no, I've heard the behind the scenes because I listened to The Lawyer.
Right. Yeah.
And it warrants it from what I've heard.
Well, I mean, they've been there for 30 years. It's probably time. You can let them
also,
be all right.
on this, they don't get into the movie or into the show, but in the retrial, they're not allowed to talk about the physical abuse or the sexual abuse. And from what I hear, there's a lot more evidence than what they show in the actual the show.
I remember hearing about the whole thumbtacks in their butt stuff.
Yeah.
Back in the day. Yeah.
It's Garagos he has a show called Beyond a Reasonable Doubt. A podcast I listen to every week. And he's representing them and he's like, we're going forward. And I'm like, you know what? Not that I'm into murders being released, but I'm like, them kind of get it. You know, they were not allowed to discuss this in the second trial after they got acquitted by hung jury.
Well, it's not like they killed anybody else. They killed the people that were attacking them. So
And they are assholes and rich kids. I get that, but they've been in prison 38 years.
Yeah,
now.
they paid for it. Yeah, I think
I'm not. If a Menendez brother's next to me at the airport or a Bulls game or something, I'm not like. You know, I'm not his dad. I'm fine. I'm not concerned. I'm not worried about my safety. I'll let my kids around him. I'm not worried he's going to kill them. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
Significant Other was the other Maika Monroe movie I watched. It's her and Plop from The Office. They're in the woods. There's aliens involved. I'm not going to say more than that. I would say it's fine. Worthwhile watching. It's not amazing. You're not going to love it, but you're going to be like, that was a fine movie.
Not as good as The Ritual.
I didn't watch The Ritual.
That's on Netflix.
Yeah.
That was the one with the British guys.
The British guy from Shaun of the Dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
It's the only reason it's on my list. It's the guy from that plays the he has a name badge. He's working at the electronics store, Sean.
Yeah, it's Spotswood. Or,
That's the only reason I know in that movie.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's in it.
Yeah, he's also in the Big Short. The Big Short movie.
Yes, yeah, he's a good actor now. He's actually turned out to be a really fucking good actor. He's Considine, but whatever.
Ritual's pretty solid. It's a decent one.
I want to watch it, but
It's a good one.
I'll get around to it eventually. It's not on my. You know, I was talking about my list and then my short list. I have my short list and then my list. That's on my eventually list. I'll get around to it. Hocus Pocus 2. I'm not going to talk about the next few movies. FearInc.com.
Oh.
It's better than it sounds, but also still bad. We're in the October now. We'll end it shortly. I have my October, then November. Trap, we talked about. Cell. I watched. That was my start with Stephen King and Rob Zombie.
Right, yeah.
Cell. Cusack.
John Cusack.
What's his name? Jackson. It's fine. It was not good.
Yeah. I think it was a straight to video movie when it came out.
The ending was very confusing. Where I'm like, what is the message here? The dad is oh no, the dad doesn't. Everyone blows up, but then the dad's still circling the antenna. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm so sorry. I almost want to apologize to the movie for being like, I don't get it, man. I'm sorry. Can you restate that? And, oh no, it's just over. It's not a good movie. And I realized at this point, and I told you this in real time. Oh, there's a reason I haven't watched the rest of the Stephen King list because it gets worse from here. Because then I watched Big Driver.
Big Driver,
which is what is her name? She's a good actress.
Mini Driver.
No, good looking. What is her name? Holy shot! Big Driver.
Monica Monroe.
Maria Bello.
Oh yeah, Maria Bello. Yeah,
good actress, very attractive. She's good. She's fine. She's the least worrisome part of this movie, but she gets attacked and raped by a truck driver named Big Driver.
I love it already.
Kills him. End of movie.
All right.
Very, very through and through. Of course, she plays a writer.
Of course.
And then I watched Sleepwalkers, which I have no about. I have no
Mick
thoughts.
Garris, you wonderful bastard.
You wonderful bastard that I want on our show just to talk about The Stand.
Yeah.
And I wonder with Mick Garris, because we talked about getting him on, and I think we still can.
I think you could.
Is that going to be the only thing he made that I like?
I made some okay. I think. What else did he do?
He also did Riding the Bullet, which fucking sucks. Because I watched that. That's on my list.
Yeah.
That was awful.
All right, hold on. Let me Mick Garris this shit.
I can look him up right now.
We got to Mick Garris this shit.
I like him as a person. He seems very cordial. He gets along with directors.
Yeah.
He seems like a really likable dude, but he makes a lot of shit.
Oh, he did Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus 2. He wrote it.
Yeah.
He directs a lot of TV now. Quicksilver Highway, which fucking sucks.
She did 9 episodes of Amazing Stories.
The Stand, which is on my list.
That's your favorite.
Man, it's great. But even that, I don't give like an amazing score. I give that an 8. I know I like that more than I should, so I give it an 8.
Yeah.
He made the Shining remake. I gave that a 4.
Yeah, that was not very good.
Yeah. He makes a lot of shit, is the point.
What?
But he also owns it.
You know, it's TV.
No, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't begrudge the man. I think we both respect him for making a living and making like pretty entertaining shit. You know, schlock is fun.
Yeah.
But like when he made something so fucking good and then he follows that up with the same writer and makes shit like Riding the Bullet and Quicksilver Highway and and blah blah blah, and it's like, oh, okay, dude, that's all you had. The Stand is so fucking reserved compared to those other ones. And I'm like, how did he make this? Let's move on. The Covenant I watched. What is The Covenant, you ask, is what I will look up.
It's the Guy Ritchie movie.
Thank you. I did not recognize that on my own list. Fantastic fucking movie. Gave it an 8.
Yeah, I wanted to watch that one too. I keep forgetting it's on Amazon. That's one I want to see.
It is. I will say, we wanted to watch it in the theater, but with 3 kids, we couldn't.
Right. Yeah.
And so we watched it at home, and oh man, it is fucking good. I would recommend watching it in 2 pieces, like we did. Watch the first half, watch the second half the next day.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You're not like dragging, because it is a lot of walking through the desert.
Oh, okay.
Movie. So watch it until he gets knocked out, and then watch the second half. And that we did it perfectly. I loved it. I don't know. Jake Gyllenhaal is I didn't love Jake Gyllenhaal, but I am starting to really come around on him.
Well, I think he's a solid actor. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's pretty hard. He's pretty up there for me.
I got a Jake Gyllenhaal bender, so then I watched Roadhouse, the remake.
That's not a good movie.
It's better than the original by far.
Oh my God, are you insane?
No, Jake Gyllenhaal is fantastic in the movie. Every scene he's in is fine.
Right.
And then UFC dude shows up,
right,
and ruins everything Jake Gyllenhaal's laying down. And I felt bad for Jake Gyllenhaal during every scene they share together. I'm like, oh, Jake, you're clearly Jake's doing it effortlessly. Where he's like, I'm this character, and I'm not like going, is he that character though? You know, I don't think he. And then I've been watching him like, yeah, he's that guy. He's a UFC guy, and he hurt his friend, and then decided to leave because he hurt him on purpose because he wanted to get more money. They don't really go into detail on it. It's not necessary, but you get the gist.
Right.
Which is far more subtlety than I expected from this kind of movie. It was honestly a movie that when the Covenant ended, I went click play,
Joe.
and I watched it, and that was it. That was the whole thought behind it. And then fucking what's his name shows up, the Irish guy, and then ruins everything when he's like he does these like super loud cliche dialogues, and he's walking this stupid fucking walk, and he's saying, "Oh, I'm a bad guy," yeah, and he crashes and he drives him.
Conor McGregor.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. Every scene he's in is the worst, and every scene Jake Gyllenhaal is in is great. And so you're left with like, the fuck am I feeling here in this movie?
Post Malone's in it.
For a minute, yeah.
And he buys magic cards in real life.
No, Jake Gyllenhaal is great in it for a movie that he shouldn't have to be great in it. You know what I mean? He's taken far more to the table than he needed to, and I appreciated it. So I would say watch it, but don't expect anything.
Oh,
I don't like the original, so
I will not watch it.
I watched Totally Killer, which is an Amazon movie about time travelers who stop a time traveling girl who stops a killer back in the 80s with her mom.
That sounds familiar.
It's good. I would say watch it. I'm not going to spoil it.
I might have seen that. I don't know.
Dick, I don't know if you're going to like it.
Is it? Well, I saw a movie similar called Frequency.
You mean 24 years ago?
Yeah, same idea though.
I saw that as well. No, that was a radio broadcast though.
Yeah, but to go back in time.
I saw that in the theater.
Yeah.
No, she goes back in time. It reminds me more like clearly. What is that series? The 1 and 2 movies that started this trend. The killer ones where she relieves the loop. What is that called? Oh man. They're good. They're actually good movies. What the fuck are those called? Why am I blanking on the name of these? Anyway, clearly those movies inspired this, and this one's good. And then I watched a movie called, let me show you Totally Killer. Olivia Holt. Here's the poster for that.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for it. Yeah, it was kind of like a comedy.
Yeah, it's a comedy.
Yeah.
So it says Back to the Future, and then she goes back in time.
Right, yeah.
She makes fun of a lot of like 80s cliche, like, oh, that's problemsome because they're sexist or whatever.
Right, yeah.
And it actually comes across like funny, not preachy.
Right.
I like this one. You probably wouldn't like it. It is this one's good. I like this one. I give it a 7.
Wow.
She shows up. She works at this company. Clark Gregg tells her, "You go on this meeting with this guy." This is what the scene is. And then he shows up. Here he is. He's gonna come at the door. Look at the trailer. And then he shows up, and he looks like Joshua Jackson.
I thought that was Joshua Jackson.
Not. But she shows up and she's like, she's attracted to him. They kind of flirt, and then she realizes after he attacks her off screen, the camera follows her into the house, following him, and he goes and tells the camera like "fuck off."
Right.
And then you hear like "ah!" She runs back out, like screaming, and then right here, she's screaming, and then he follows her around all night, and he's like Dracula kind of thing.
Okay.
She's on her period. That's a big thing. Trust me.
Oh, fantastic.
And he smells her the whole night, so he's following her around from character to character. And she's like going to this person, like, I think I'm safe here. And nope. And it actually is a really fucking good movie. I really enjoyed this one. It's fun.
Yeah.
I like the movies where it's one person against the unbeatable, and they have to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And I honestly don't remember the ending, which tells you a lot, because usually the ending, I'm like, oh, she got killed, and I don't care.
Right.
But yeah, it's a good movie. I didn't expect it to be because of the.
Is that a Blumhouse movie?
It's Prime. No, it's a Prime movie.
No, I mean, but Blumhouse does Prime movies.
No, I don't think they made it though. I think it's an actual Prime movie.
Oh wow.
Oh no, it says from the producer of The Purge, Invisible Man, and Ma. Yeah,
Blumhouse.
Yeah, Blum.
Yeah, Blumhouse.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was. I actually really enjoyed it. I'm not going to recommend it to anyone because I don't think anyone's going to like it as much as I did. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you're into my specific movies and you see my reviews, you're going to like it. But other than that, I'm not going to say watch it. This guy's great. This girl from Renfield's in it, of course.
Oh, okay.
She's also in a movie I watched last night, or The Penguin. Anyway, next thing I watched was, and then I got into my Rob Zombie thing.
Oh God.
I'm just gonna skim through these. 31, Lords of Salem, 3 from Hell.
Now, out of all of them, what was your favorite one?
31.
Oh my God, really? Wow.
Yeah.
31 is so terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really bad.
Yeah.
I'll give Salem, Lords of Salem, at least it kind of had a quasi art house feel to it.
See, that's the part that ruins it for me.
I enjoyed what he was trying to do.
I agree. The problem with me is that didn't pay off.
Right, yeah.
It pays off. I don't know what the fuck happened in that movie.
I think she just becomes a witch.
Right?
I think that's it. Like she's the last witch that needs to be in the coven or something.
The problem is that takes up 65 minutes of screen time. Is her going trippy shit on the witch, I guess, by
Meg Foster, full frontal nudity in a bodysuit, I hope.
Yeah, her and D. Wallace Stone, or D. Wallace, as she's known now. I hope they were full body suits, but I would say this: it is the best movie he's directed. His directing is by far directing and editing are by far the best in Lords of Salem.
Yeah, I agree.
I like 3 from Hell. Not 3 from Hell. 31 because he just went. This is me.
Right.
And he goes, it's super fucking violent, and he throws it up on the screen, and I was like, I'm on board.
I say,
and it was the least like trying to cover as a real movie that he's done.
I just like the fact that behind the scenes, Malcolm McDowell comes to work, and he looks at the outfit he's got to wear for the day.
Oh yeah,
and he's like, "What the fuck is this? God damn it, Rob! What are you doing?
How much
to
makeup?
Me?
Those big powders and the wigs.
God damn it, Rob!
I think you're paying me how much? Okay, Rob.
This is worth my 35 quid an hour.
Can you imagine Malcolm McDowell charging by the hour? Oh man!
I'm there 4 hours and I'm gone. That's it.
So I make $140.
I gotta go do 5. I gotta go do 5 movies this week.
Cheers to my quick math on that, because that was accurate math. 35 quid, 4 hours, 140.
Yeah, but it's quid, so it's a little bit more than American dollars. It's probably $200.
I'm just saying, quick math on my part.
Yeah. With the dollar conversion, I mean, come on.
Considering I've drank this much in the last 2.5 hours.
And hey, yeah, exactly.
A brand new bottle when I got it.
Oh my God.
I haven't drank in months, but I've drank like twice since we did our show. So the fact I'm able to speak is
wow, yeah, I'm shocked. Is it for the surgery prep or?
No, I have to lose weight for the surgery. Yeah, yes, I guess is the answer you're looking for.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, you know what? Because otherwise,
wash myself with a rag on a stick.
The clapping will never not be the funniest part.
Right, they're all excited.
I watched. Oh God, Dick! I don't want to talk about these, but I did. I watched Terrifier 1 and then half of Terrifier 2.
I have seen Terrifier 1, which allowed me not to want to watch Terrifier 2.
Yeah, I watched the first half of Terrifier 1 and then I took like 3 weeks off.
Yeah.
I was bored. It is fucking boring.
They're too long. They're way too long.
You know how long the second movie is?
Yeah, it's like 2.5 hours.
It's 2 hours.
I thought it was 2:20.
I think the third one is 2:20.
Yeah, something like that. But that's just too much.
I watched the first one and I'm like, this is so fucking dumb. But I'm also like, they don't have a budget, so I get it, you know? The second one, I watched half of it now. It's a lot better than the first one.
Sure.
So I'm not like offended, but I'm like, all the first one has to offer is, it's like girl shows up, gets killed, he answers her phone, someone else shows up, kills them, Their phone goes off. He answers it. Their friend shows up, kills them. And I'm like, oh my God, end.
Yeah. I'm just not a horror person. I don't know.
I was thinking, those people that like love horror no matter what?
Right, yeah.
Like anything, like, because I like selective horror. I like horror that has a good story, horror that has a good. Oh, let me turn this off. Horror that matters, or like I care about the characters, or I care about the story. Abigail, that was good because I actually cared about the character.
Right.
Certain things. I think there's far too many people who just like horror because it shows someone getting killed.
Right.
We love Terrifier and Terrifier 2 and 3, and we'll watch. That's why Terrifier 3 has become the most successful unrated movie of all time.
Right.
And that's official. That happened a couple days ago.
Yep.
And I'm not like begrudging the thing. I don't care either way. I'm just saying there's no substance to that movie.
Not much.
There's fucking nothing behind it. It's just character shows up. He fucks around with him for a minute, and then he comes up with a gruesome way to kill him. And then you watch the girl get gruesomely killed, and then it moves on to the next scene, and you're like, oh, okay,
right.
I don't give a shit. I don't care. None of it fucking matters. It kind of pisses me off that they're so successful because there's nothing there. I also watched Tragedy Girls after I watched Run Sweetheart Run, and that was the girl that plays Negasonic Teenage Witch or Teenage Warhead,
right?
And Deadpool. And then the other girl she's also Deadpool. She plays the young Storm.
Oh, okay.
They're both in this movie where they play like teenage serial killers, and it's just a fun movie. Not great. I give it a 6. Maybe 7. They're teenage girls. They're in high school. They get serial killers. They're serial killers. They show what's his name? God damn, Kevin Durand plays an actual serial killer that they trap in the very beginning. It's pretty funny, and they make him kind of do what they want. That part was fun. Meg Ryan's son is in the movie. He gets killed. He's like in love with one of them, and she's like, she's like kind of falling for him while betraying her friend, her serial killer friend. And she's like, no, and just throws him out in a noose. Kills him. It's pretty fucking funny.
That's good.
It's not an amazing movie, but there is some. Jack Quaid is his name.
Jack Quaid. Yeah.
He's good in the movie. They're fucking hilarious. The two girls.
What was it called again?
Tragedy Girls.
Tragedy Girls.
I don't know if you would like it. I give it a 6. Like I said, it is funny. It's a funny little movie. Just a quick little, not expensive thing. Doesn't feel too cheap though. Just right in that little budget area where it's perfect for the budget and perfect for the acting and perfect for, and just kind of works for what it is. It's an Amazon movie. It's kind of works in its little niche. I'd say watch it if you're into that sort of thing. If you're into the comedy, if you like Totally Killer, watch this because that's how I went. I went Totally Killer, and then that showed up, and I was like, oh yeah. And then I watched Run Sweetheart 1. Then I watched this. Those 3 movies Amazon just fed to me, and I was like, yep. And then I watched Teacup Season 1.
I've heard of this. What is this again?
Yeah, you didn't know what it was when I brought it up. It's a show. It's on Peacock. It starts off with, teacup, a bug in a teacup. You can't get out. You're trapped in there, sort of under the dome, sort of thing.
You need not say no more. I'm out.
Yeah, exactly. Suddenly the characters can't leave and can't move, and then there's a guy that comes around and spray paints a line around their town, small little like couple houses. And then they're like, what happens if we cross it? And one of the ladies crosses it. She gets she gets turned inside out. They're like, oh, okay, let's not go outside that. And I'm like, oh, interesting. What's going on here? And then episode 3 starts because they show the first 2. And then, that's what they give you for a while. And then the 3 through 8 come in later. And then 3 starts. And I'm like, here we go. Oh, aliens. Okay. It's like The Thing. It's kind of, you don't know who it's taken over. You don't know. It's like Stephen King meets David Lynch a little bit. Some of the shots are really weird, but overall it's kind of bland. I love the premise that they start, but then they start showing aliens, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. I fucking hate alien stuff. I don't know if you ever noticed that. I don't like alien. I don't care.
A little movie called X-Files: Fight the Future.
I've seen it, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either.
Remember none of it. I don't care. It's fine. It has a girl from Dexter, the one that he actually leaves his kid with at the end.
Oh, right, the blonde girl. Yeah.
The girl with the Russian name for real. I forget her name.
Now, is that show coming? Is two versions of that show coming back? They have a prequel show and then another show with Dexter coming back. I think there's a prequel show and then there's
Original Sin.
I guess I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, there's Original Sin, and then that's all I know.
Oh, I thought there was going to be another Dexter season.
They're all dead.
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Unless it's a remake, I don't know.
No, I haven't seen anything.
Right.
Original Sin's coming out. That's just like kind of cool. Yeah, it's I don't know. I would say it's 24 minutes an episode on Peacock. It's quality enough to watch. I don't regret watching it, even though I don't like aliens, but I'm not as excited for season 2 as I thought I would be.
Right.
It gets a little ridiculous and a little stupid, and I'm not like that. I'm not loving it, but I was loving it after the first 2 episodes. I was like, yes, that's my, because we watched some episode of From, and I was like, oh, this will fill the gap. A little From energy, and it starts off like that, and then quickly it was like, nope, fuck you. So it kind of fell off my radar. I was like, oh yeah, we should watch that. Oh, it's been on for several weeks now. I had no idea.
It's on the 9th episode airs tomorrow. Or
exactly.
Sunday.
I watched True Detective, finally, seasons 3 and 4.
I enjoyed season 3.
I wanted to enjoy season 3.
You didn't like season 3? I thought there was some good stuff in there.
I'll say this. I did enjoy it. I wanted to enjoy it more. How's that?
I would agree with you there.
Yeah. I thought they're going to be more twisty with the storyline. I thought they were going to be more than they were. It ended up being just a remake of season 1 with like some kind of stuff I added on, because they do bring up season 1 in that show. In that
right.
Season.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so you're just season 1. Okay. I wanted more. Like, I thought it was going to be, he forgot that he was the killer. And I'm glad they didn't do that. But also at the same time, I wanted some of that sort of stuff. Because he was lost. And he's like, I thought his wife was going to be behind it more than just writing a note.
No, pretty much all it was just misunderstanding the whole movie.
Yeah.
The whole show.
Misunderstanding and also not.
Yeah.
It was a threat, but for the little girl, that's why they. And then out of nowhere, the revelation of the real storyline is provided by a character who's dead and doesn't exist. Because the wife's like, but what if she survived and the church pretended she was dead and she's alive here? Here she is. And the husband's like, oh, I forgot.
Well, yeah, because he has Alzheimer's. It's great. That's why I kind of like that. I liked that part of it. I thought that was pretty good.
I think he knew what was going on, but at the same time, he's like, why am I here?
Right.
Like he knew it. Like he kind of had both.
Right.
So it wasn't completely like a fucking punch in the eye.
Mom, this colored fella needs a glass of water.
He shared our glass. Should I break it?
I don't want this glass no more. Get out of the house.
Go on, get.
They don't smell good. They don't take baths. They're not like a...
Daddy talked to the lady at the bank who's a colored, so we don't allow him in the house no more. Yeah, that sort of thing. But no, and that's season 1 of True Detective, by the way.
It's the wonderful Mississippi Burning.
But season 1 of True Detective had the most amazing TV nudity of all time.
Oh my God, yes.
Season 3 had none.
No, season 3 is pretty straight up PG-13.
I will say season 3 felt more like the show.
Right.
Season 4, but I enjoy season 4 so fucking much. I know you probably haven't seen it, right? The Jodie Foster.
No, I heard too much bad. I didn't want to bother. I was just like, I'm not watching it.
No, watch season 4.
I'm not gonna do it.
I liked it more than season 3.
Nick Pizzolatto has nothing to do with season 4, so I don't care.
No, that's fine. It's The Thing meets. It's hard to describe.
It is not The Thing. Maybe 30 Days of Night, but not The Thing.
No, the reason I say The Thing is just the visuals. You'll see what I'm talking about. If you do watch it.
Right.
Winter, and you don't know who's infected, and then they drop that because you realize it's about something else. It does a really, and the dialogue is goddamn incredible in season 4. So I don't know. I know, season 4 took a dip with the audience, but I liked it more in season 3, and way more in season 2.
Well, nobody likes season 2.
I like season 2, just not as much as the other ones.
Season 2 invented the phrase hate watch.
Season 2 invented that Rachel McAdams ass in her cargo pants.
Yeah, that's what my buddy said. Worked at that show. He said Rachel McAdams has the greatest ass he's ever seen in real life.
That's the reason I don't disagree, because I saw her ass in season 2. And I'm like, okay.
Like,
I'm not going to disagree with that.
No, you're not wrong. Oh, I watched more stuff and I didn't realize it, but I watched it before the break.
Okay.
It doesn't count, so it's fine.
Let me finish my list. I only got a couple left.
No, that's good. You go. You're good. We got plenty of time.
It Comes at Night. I finally watched.
Okay, yeah. What'd you think of that one?
It's fine.
Yeah, nothing much to it, really.
No. But also, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Yeah.
We kept seeing that actor show up because she's in that. Oh, man. I need to look her up, but. We had like a weird thing where we watched her in like 3 different movies. She's in The Penguin as well.
Okay.
It Comes at Night. We watched 3 different movies with her in it, and I'm like, oh. If I can zoom, can I scroll down? Website? Thank you. Jesus Christ. Carmen Ejago. Apparently my scroll button is not working. She's in The Penguin. She was in the thing we just brought up.
That Thing You Do.
It Comes at Night. And then she was in, what the hell else did we watch? Something else with her in it. It was 3 things in a row. I'm like, okay. Oh, she's also in The Brave One with Jodie Foster, who's in season 4 of True Detective. I'll leave it at that. Anyway,
shit, The Brave One, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, I saw it in the theater.
They did too.
I don't know why. I liked it.
I watched everything in the theater. I lived in LA at the time.
Yeah. So watch seasons 3 and 4 of those. They're definitely worthwhile. I was reluctant as hell, but I'm like, season 4 is only 6 episodes. Fucking watch it, man. You're not. I don't think you're gonna not like it. I think you might be like, oh, stupid, but you're gonna be like, I watched it and I liked it. Jodie Foster's really fucking good because she plays a sack of shit.
Right.
Everyone in that season is a sack of shit, which is a True Detective trope. Really, everyone sucks in those shows. That's kind of Nick's point, I think.
Right.
The good guys, the bad guys, all fucking suck.
Yeah.
And here's some mystery. Like, that's his point. It Comes at Night, though. I wanted something more out of it. And then it's just kind of paranoia and the kids' dreams come at night. And that's what and that's it.
Right.
And then the movie's over. And so I was like, that was at the very tippy top of my main watch list, like my short list.
And It Comes at Night is that movie where they freeze, right? When they get the disease hits them and they start freezing. Is that it? It Comes at Night where the guy goes.
No.
Which one's that?
No, they just kind of you don't really see it take over them. You just kind of see the aftermath.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And then It Comes at Night. It ends with them shooting each other, right?
Yeah, they shoot the other family, and then they're staring at each other across the table, clearly dying, and the kid's clearly dead. And not to spoil that movie because you can't really. Because as soon as I turn it on, I turn to my wife and I'm like, every character you see is going to die.
Right.
Just so you know, I can tell when I see
one of them movies.
It's one of those movies, and I'm like, I can tell right away, just to let you know. She's like, yeah. And then, sure enough, everyone, you don't see him die, but the implication, kind of the thing, it's the implication. Everyone's going to die.
Well, and 31.
31. 3 from Hell fucking sucked.
That's a bad one, huh?
How
do you ruin Devil's Rejects?
Devil's Rejects is the only movie of his I would say is good.
Right. That's what I mean.
Solid movie, and then
It
this
ruins it with that one.
they show up in Mexico halfway through the movie, Dick. The rest of the movie, can you tell he's following Tarantino or Rodriguez? The rest of the movie is a big shootout in Mexico.
Oh, wow.
And it's so fucking boring.
Wow.
They get out of everything coincidentally, circumstantial, and it's just like, you just want to make a fourth one. I get it. But
Well, Seth Haig's dead.
Well, luckily, Seth Higgs is they're doing the intro like they're in death row, and then they show Sid Higgs, and he actually gets killed.
Oh, okay.
He's only in that opening scene.
Okay.
Yeah, I was expecting to be in the whole thing, and I'm like, but once
I wonder if he was sick.
Yeah, he was. I'll say
That's
that.
why he-
Once you see him talk, because he has like an interview thing, like a new footage interview thing, and you're like, yeah, he's on his way out. And like, he's like, fuck you guys, I'm ready to go. He has like a quick little funny scene, and I like that scene because it's Sid Haig. You know, he's always enjoyable. And then he's dead, and then they move on. They get a new guy. It's the Bill guy from 31, the main bad guy in 31. He replaces him. I forget his name.
Oh, the guy who played Joe Chill in Batman Begins.
Yeah.
It's Richard something.
Yeah, Bill Hale's the other guy, the main guy.
Bill Moseley.
Bill Moseley, sorry.
Yeah, Bill Moseley. No, he's he was Richard Chill in Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Or Joe Chill. But I think his name's Richard Lee or something like that.
I'll look it up.
He's in a lot of that guy's in a lot of stuff.
He's good. He
works a lot. I like him. Yeah.
You know, 31's not fantastic, but he is good in that movie.
Yeah, he's good.
He has a long opening scene in the beginning where it's black and white.
Yeah.
And he doesn't blink.
And he kills Jay Leno.
Something like that.
He kills the character actor.
Richard Brake.
Yeah,
he's
that's
fantastic in that movie. Jeff Daniel Phillips is a new guy in Rob Zombie stuff. He's good. He's in that, and he's in Three from Hell, and he's in a bunch of that stuff now. Seems like he's his new guy after Sid Haig died as well. Both really good. Rob Zombie's never been his acting or his directing. It is the acting, I should say. It's not his directing; it's the writing. It's Shyamalan. Stop writing shit. Direct.
Someone else writes movies.
Well, because I like the stuff that he does, but also I haven't seen the Munsters. That's the one thing I haven't done yet, and I'm not.
Monsters yet.
Dick, the last thing I have is it's a massive list of all of the Poirot things I watched.
Oh God, all the British detective movies. Wow, yeah.
Yes.
Jesus.
Well, he's Belgian. She's British. Agatha Christie's British, but he's Belgian.
I was gonna leave the room.
I watched Murder in 3 Acts, Dead Man's Folly, 13 at Dinner, 10 Little Indians from '89, which fucking sucked. And then there were none. The Mirror Cracked, which was the fucking worst. Evil Under the Sun, Death on the Nile. Finally, I watched that original movie.
Oh wow.
With Peter Asimov, and we talked about this before. I said I would report back to you when I finally watched Peter Asimov versus forgetting his name from the first.
Kenneth Branagh?
No, from the first one, the original.
Albert Finney, yeah.
And turns out Albert Finney still very far superior, the best. Asimov kind of fucking sucks. And I watched seven movies with him as the lead. Oh my God.
Wow, okay, yeah.
I'm not digging him. I'm not.
Albert Finney only did it once.
Did it once.
Wow.
I watched, and the other thing I didn't mention was Murder by Death, which is the title of one of my favorite bands that I bring up.
Right, it's a comedy.
And I hated it. I hated
You
that.
hated Murder by Death? I think you liked that one.
No.
So you hated that one?
It had some funny moments, but overall the movie fucking sucked. But it's
one of those.
Mirror Cracked, which I fucking hated. I had the highest expectations. I had that one on Laserdisc, the cartridge Laserdisc. You remember those?
Oh yeah, holy shit!
I had that, and I was like, "Ooh!" I never watched it on Laserdisc. I just had it, and I love the cover. I had the crack in the mirror. I love that cover. I was like I would put that up as a poster. But the movie fucking sucks. And it's got an all-star cast. All of these have they're TV movies, and they have all-star casts, like so many great actors, and they all fucking boring, fucking boring. All of them.
So these were made for TV movies that were re-released.
Not The Mirror Cracked and not Murder by Death, though.
Okay.
The rest of them were.
Okay.
The original 10 Little Indians from like the 40s was pretty fucking good. I liked that one a lot. And then after that, the 89 version, the TV one fucking sucked.
Yeah, who's in that one? Anybody interesting or
yes.
such nobody's?
10 Little from 89. Donald Pleasance.
Oh shit.
Frank Stallone.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
That's all you had to say. I'll watch that.
No, it's bad. It's not worth watching.
Oh my god, there's 10 of us left in this boat with
TV.
9 little Indians.
I'll change it to that. It reminds me of the How the West Was Won poster. Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad.
Look at Frank Stallone and Donald Pleasance. It sucks. It sucks.
There's a poster. Look at that. Wow.
That's the best.
Jesus Christ. Oh no.
You know, obviously, I'm a little more. When I say a little, I mean a lot. I'm a lot more into the Agatha Christie stuff than you are. It's just something me and my grandma shared.
Oh yeah.
We watched Columbo. We watched Murder, She Wrote. And we watched the Agatha Christie stuff as well. I don't know. She loved that stuff, and I watch it with her. Yeah, you're fine. But so I've always seen this front cover. Oh shit! Hold on.
I can kind of hear you still. Hold on, I gotta put my headphone.
I just want to
this
know
for 10 cents at the thrift store.
what is in there. It's backwards for me. Death
on the Nile, Murder on the Orient Express, the ABC Murder, Cards on the Table, 13 at Dinner.
Okay, so I've seen most of those. Those are some of the ones I listed.
This is all the Perot.
Yeah.
Or whatever that one is.
I would say the Miss Marble stuff fucking sucks. That was part of the evil cracked. Is it was Miss Marble, not Perot, and it was it was Jessica Lamberry. So I expected to like it. Murder She Wrote, and I was like, here we go. And she's in Manchurian Candidate, and I'm like, here we go. I'm gonna like this. She's in 7 minutes, and has nothing to do with the story, and solves the story off screen.
Oh
The
no!
movie sucked. I was so fucking angry during that movie. You have no idea. That was the one that ended because it was, Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile. Then that one, the producers made 4 movies, and that was the 4th one. That one sucked so bad. They're like, oh no, TV movies from now on.
We're done. Wow.
The movie.
That's the worst kind of anticlimactic movie. When she solves it off screen.
Because Guy Hamilton directed it. I don't know if you know who he is, but he directed a bunch of James Bond movies, the early ones.
Right. Yeah, it sounds familiar.
And then he did the one after this, The Evil Under the Sun, which is actually good, but it's a TV movie. Evil Under the Sun's good. It's like an Italian island, and then there's a murder on the beach, and it turns out there's like a double. That was actually kind of interesting. This one, oh my god, I fucking hated it.
Were all these on Amazon?
No, you have to look around. I had to rely on my files. I'm still not done. There's still one more I got to go with Peter Asimov. There's still, I haven't seen nearly all the Miss Marvel stuff. There's like 60 of those. I'm not going to watch them. I don't like her character. She's annoying.
Right, it's a lot.
But this one has Tony Curtis, Angela Lansbury, Rock Hudson.
Oh, wow.
I'm not done. Kim Novak, Elizabeth Taylor.
Shit.
And it still fucking sucked.
Wow.
It sucked. I hated it. And I was like, this cast. That's why I had the laser disc. And I'm like looking at these names, and I'm like, I can't watch this yet. I was like so excited. And I finally put it on. I'm like, the fuck is this? I was so mad.
Shit.
Yeah. It sucks. I hated it. It was like double rooms. Oh man. Anyway. Dick, we're at like an hour and a half, hour 45 actually. Holy shit.
Well, that's good. We had a good run.
Yeah, I think we're caught up now on my list and your list. We still have From. We'll discuss that in 2 weeks when it's
That'll
done.
be a whole episode dedicated From, because I have some curse words for From.
I think I do too now.
It is really pissing me off.
I've come around to your side of the aisle here on From.
I'm getting pissed off here, and it's like, wow.
Did you watch episode 8 though?
Yes, it did.
They
That
do
really
answer
pissed me
a lot
off.
more questions than 8, but
No, but what pissed me off. What pissed me off was I gotta find this dummy, and it's gonna tell me everything I need to know.
No, it wasn't the dummy.
Oh, it's not the dummy. It was the little boy. I forgot.
Yeah.
And it's like you forgot the most important part of the fucking show.
You know how you hated Trap and I loved it?
Yeah.
And I didn't disagree with you?
Right, yeah, exactly.
Welcome to From, season 2 and 3.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly true.
Season 1 was fantastic.
Yeah, the first episode is really good. That
Oh,
pilot is
episode.
great. Yeah,
It's Lost.
it's great.
It's Lost. It's the new Lost.
Well, that's the problem.
Pilot is fucking incredible. And then, ooh, oh, here we go. No.
Smoke monster. Smoke monster.
Let's ask 75 questions and answer half of one.
And I love everybody. The best part about the show, though, you have to watch the YouTube videos dedicated to the show because it's got a following. And their theories always end up being wrong because the next episode destroys their theories. And they're actually pretty good. And it's like, wow, the show sucks. The fans got a better show going on.
Yeah.
I want to watch that show. I want to watch that show.
Well, it's we'll discuss that in 2 weeks. What do you want to do
we'll
next
get to
week,
that.
though? Do you want to finally do the Gattaca versus Richard Duel? Or just discuss one thing? Or how about next week? I know, because I want to do this next week, Long Legs.
Yes, let's do Long Legs next week. And let's do Richard Jewell. So Gattaca was the one with Jewell?
Gattaca and Richard Jewell.
Do you want to do another one other than Gattaca? Because it ties in.
I haven't seen Gattaca.
Okay, I was going to say do another biopic, though. Make more sense. Richard Jewell and.
Hey, I chose Gattaca, then you added on Richard Jewell. It's your fault if it doesn't make sense.
I understand.
We could do my 2 picks, which is Gattaca versus 2010.
That still doesn't make any sense.
But then yours is Richard Jewell versus Beverly Hills Cop Axel F.
Well, that makes more sense because it's about a character. It's a
I want to Gattaca. That's the point. But we can do whatever the fuck we want. The schedule's off right now, so we can discuss. Honestly, we can discuss upcoming movies if you want, like something weird like we used to do.
Right.
Want to do one movie?
What do you do, Richard Jewell?
Just Richard Jewell?
Because I want you to see Richard Jewell because you're a Clint Eastwood person and you have never seen. And Richard Jewell is actually really good.
Yeah.
I think it's an underrated movie, big time.
Well, let's just do Richard Jewell, and then we'll do. I'll discuss with you off camera, but from now on, we're going to start doing segments.
Yeah,
because I've been paying attention to our show and finally and watching it and realizing we need segments. This episode made me realize that.
How dare you?
No, but we'll go back to segments after this. We'll do one movie. That's it. And then segments. Well, what we've been watching. What's coming up.
We'll dust off a anthology show to start watching again.
No.
You don't want to be done with anthology shows?
I told you I'm minimizing what we're because I have plans, and we'll talk about offline.
Right.
I spent this break really, really deep in thought about stuff.
Okay.
And in a good place. Like, not a negative, which I was before we took a break, because I was getting really fucking negative. I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, man.
It was too hot in here, and I was under way too much pressure, and I was getting so stressed out. That's why I'm like, I just need a break, man.
Right, yeah, no shit.
Nothing to do with the show. Like, the show, this isn't a stressful show. Like, talking to you is easy. Clearly, we've been 3 hours. No, it's
You gotta get a divorce.
Yes. No. I'm
gonna kill my family.
My life, the marriage is the easiest part.
Right. Yeah.
No worries there. What's worrisome is like taking care of myself.
Wash myself with a rag on a stick.
No, it's just podcasts that are worth the effort.
Right.
And I don't think Anthology at this point is worth the effort.
You're probably right.
Yeah, I still want to finish Inside Number 9 though. I think we'll just have them be done.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's, I don't know. We'll talk off air here, but let's end the stream. Let's end the show. It's your episode, man. You got anything else to say for next week for Richard Jewell?
I don't think so.
Just
all I gotta say is remember, Richard Jewell was originally supposed to be Jonah Hill, and it ended up being the other guy, which was fascinating.
Yeah, the guy that got nominated.
Yeah, way better choice. I think Jonah Hill would have been taking you out of the movie. This guy plays him perfectly.
Yeah, I don't know much about the movie. I know the real story.
Yeah,
so I'm not really surprised by any of that.
Oh yeah,
and that's part of the reason I put it off for so long. That's why I didn't watch Chernobyl for 5 years.
Right. Yeah.
I know the story. Okay. So that's why Richard Jewell, I'm like, I know what happens. The Sully thing, same with Clint Eastwood. I know the story. I don't need to watch the fucking movie.
Sully isn't good. Richard Jewell's good. Richard Jewell's a way better movie.
Jewell is the one thing my wife and I actually want to watch together.
Yeah, it's worth
we
watching.
both want to watch it. I told her what it's about. She doesn't know. She doesn't. I don't know. She grew up in Hawaii, so she's not like, they didn't get all the new. Like, she doesn't know the whole fucking thing. Like, we got bombarded. What was this? 96, right? 96.
Yeah, Atlanta Olympics. Yeah, 96.
Yeah. I was 12. You were 14, right?
Yeah.
Like,
pretty much.
We both remember the whole fucking thing. Like, I remember. I didn't remember the whole fake accusation trial and all that, but I remember.
I remember that.
I remember the aftermath. I don't remember the actual trial.
Yeah. Well, it was never trial. It never went to trial.
Accusation. That's what I meant.
That's the thing. That's why this movie, you gotta watch it. It shows you how scary the fucking government can be. This guy wasn't even on trial, and they destroyed
I don't need to be scared by the government through a movie. I can just watch.
Well, that's true. In real life, you'll be scared.
Yeah, here we are, 2024. Anyway, Richard Jewell next time. Do you want to introduce the outro? Introduce the outro, Dick.
I had a bug on there. Outro. That was our list of things we watched in the break. So there you go. Good night, everybody. Thanks for.
Fuck you, everybody. Good night.